playing
I'm
random
gonna do
fucking
it.
channels on its homepage.
That's
Thanks.
fine. Okay, let's keep talking.
Talking.
How do we sound?
I think I sound like shit, but let me see here.
I mean, beyond your normal voice.
You guys
I
sound
mean,
okay.
yeah,
No,
granted,
you guys sound okay.
that sound all right. Yeah,
Yeah, how does Gravel sound?
I think I sound alright, I guess.
a little low, but it should be all right.
I mean, this might be better.
Is that
Yeah,
better?
that's better.
Okay. Then, yeah, alright. You want to do a cold open?
I got to start the Discord recording.
Alright. I'm going to put my arms on the table.
Brett's now under the weather. Interesting development.
I don't know what that means.
He's under the weather. Like the weather is above him.
That guy?
Now recording.
So Cory,
Now recording.
Yep.
Cory,
Yeah, what's up?
how do you feel about small, cute puppies?
I feel better about those than death.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we got new life and exit of life, circle of life.
Yeah, I don't really
I don't know.
I don't put
This
dogs
dark.
on I don't put dogs on the same level as, human death, but you do you, kid.
I'm just trying to talk about my cute dog.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just trying to
For
talk
real.
about my dead family, Tom.
I'm-
You
I'm-
know.
Thanks for
Oh god, I don't know. The vibes are off. The vibes are horrendous.
my puppy is now forever scarred. Poor dog.
It's not like the dog did anything. Unless it did, in which case you have to tell me. You have to tell me.
Stop moving your arms. I don't know. Carell, how's your dog doing?
My dog's doing great. He's all cozy, curled up on his little doggy bed, all wrapped up in a blanket too. He's cute. He's a good boy.
What kind of toys you got going on?
Dog toys? He loves a good ball. There's also these Playology scented ropes that
Ooh,
they're also like super durable. And then they also have like it's for senior dogs and it's like a dental chew stick, but it like rolls and bounces and wiggles and he loves that. And he can fucking
interesting.
chew the shit out of it. Um and yeah. But balls are king. I highly recommend do not buy your standard fuzzy tennis ball. Buy the Chuck It brand balls. Those things are fucking glorious.
Yeah, they don't have like the tennis fuzz on those balls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're really hard to destroy.
They're also smaller than the average tennis ball.
No, they're the same standard size, but they do make smaller ones.
Yeah, we had smaller ones for Bean.
Alright, both of you turn slightly that way.
Slightly
Mm,
this way, like
Yeah.
right over here.
Yeah, there you go. Just like more towards the cameras. Thanks, bud.
yeah.
But
The
then I can't
Shivas
see you
are
guys.
You're
Shivas are not known for liking dog balls. They're more they like ropes and stuff.
Oh yeah, then definitely the Playology, like the scented ropes. They're really good.
All right. We'll look
They
into that. I don't have a rope yet, so that's
they
good.
do kind of stink though.
Wait, Tom, have you
Oh,
have you tried have you tried shooting rope?
uh,
Have you tried shooting it?
is that a sexual innuendo, or are you saying have I played Spider-Man recently?
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that one.
Oh,
Gross.
slinging some web.
Somebody's got to be.
Yeah.
Introduce the fucking podcast.
We're talking about dogs, bruh. Shit. Shit.
Welcome to Digital Deliberations, and we'll all die someday.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm joined by Tom, a booby lady, Gravel's a capybara, and I'm
As per usual.
a character for Persona 4, Cory.
5.
4. It's 4
That's
now.
5. All right.
Wait,
Uh,
that's they changed it?
no, it's 5. Welcome to episode 34 of Digital Deliberations.
Yeah, 34.
We're your hosts, Tom on my right, Gravel's on my left, I'm
That's
in the
right.
center square. Call me Paul Lind.
I don't
That's
get
a-
that one.
It's Hollywood Squares
Yeah,
reference.
he got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't
You,
watch
you
game
don't stay up at
shows.
2 a.m. watching old Game Show Network reruns.
No.
High out of your mind because I don't do that.
No, I don't watch game shows really. Although there was a game show I really liked called Baggage. It was a Jerry Springer show. You guys ever watch Baggage?
And that show was
I have-
terrible. That show was
I have
fucking
not.
awful.
That show was great.
Is it as trashy as I'm expecting with the Jerry
It was
Springer name?
trash.
Yeah, it was hot garbage.
I used to be a man. Oh, yeah. It has like shit like people are about to go on dates or like flirting with each other, and then they all have some fucked up like issue that they admitted to, and it's like in a briefcase or in a bag somewhere.
Some of them are like really bad, like I tried to murder my cousin, and then some of them are like, yeah, transphobic. Like it's just transphobia. Like I don't know, it's wild. It's wild. It's trash. It's absolutely garbage television, but
Cole is
you know,
saying that was an amazing show, but I'm not sure what show they're referring to.
probably
Hollywood
Baggage.
Squares are your baggage show.
I hope Baggage.
Baggage is a
Yeah.
very Florida show.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah.
baggage.
Soul
is
says
what-
Baggage. Hell yeah, Baggage.
I've never heard of this.
If you're not, like, it's what Jerry Springer did after he stopped being in politics and after the show.
During. All right, I thought that show's still going. Is it not?
Jerry Springer show? Is that show on anymore?
I
thought-
don't know.
I thought it was still going.
Why the hell would it still be on? It's the same fucking
This-
thing every time.
The Steve show is still going. Remember Steve the bodyguard from the Jerry Springer show? He has a
The,
show.
the show's
It's basically the Jerry Springer show.
the show's name is the Steve Wilkos Show.
Yes.
It's the Steve Wilkos Show. Yes.
Yeah.
Why is
Yeah.
Taylor playing Time Spinner? That doesn't seem like a very Taylor game.
I don't know. Why aren't you talking about fucking video games? What do you have on the docket today, Tom?
Time Spinner is a video game. It is a blatant clone of Symphony of the Night.
Oh, I liked Symphony of the Night.
Then you'll probably like Time Spinner.
I'll have to check it out.
It's on the Game Pass. Last I checked, could be going now.
Speaking of stuff that's timely, Tom, and
I am actively moving the documents into a different window so I can read it and read the chat at the same
I'm
time.
I'm trying to move in. That was a segue into the document. Thanks for cutting me off.
Um,
Let me do something here. Speaking of timely, Tom, I know both of us, all three of us
Homer-
here, have.
Homer Bolt, a perfect game.
Did somebody say a perfect game?
A
No.
perfect game.
Speaking of a perfect game, how much do you guys like Smite and Super Smash Brothers?
Oh, dude, I like both of those games and hate both of their communities.
That's
I
fair.
agree with the second part. I've never played Smite, but it seems like the one MMO I'd actually play are MOBA. It's a MOBA, right?
Speaking
Yeah,
of
it's a MOBA.
those games together, we all played DKO.
Donkey Kong Origins.
Donkey Kong Origins.
What was it actually called?
Divine Knockout.
Divine Knockout. We all played that, and
Ooh, it's been fun. I've been playing with randos.
the game was free until today. It's either going to end tonight or it's already ended. And if it's still going on, head to Steam right now if you're watching live.
That being Monday the 19th?
Yes, Monday the 19th. This is the last day. Apparently it was supposed to end on the 14th, but I guess they kept it up free for 5 days longer.
So I
Yes,
think
if you're
that number's-
watching live now.
I thought it was going to stay free, but I only learned about this recently.
I told you
But-
when it was on Steam, it was a free giveaway for the starter package. I was like, get this game. We're going to try it out.
I'm glad we picked it up. It's a lot of fun. I would regret having to pay for it.
I've had some rage moments, but it's pretty fun overall.
Despite all that rage.
It's still a pretty fun game.
That's not the song.
Yeah. Yeah, but it fits the time scheme, you know.
Do you guys want to talk about Billy Corgan?
Who is Billy Corgan?
He's the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, well, what did Billy Corgan do?
I mean, he's
Kind
kind of an asshole.
Yeah, he's a giant asshole.
Oh,
He's not Dilbert guy crazy, but he's pretty shitty.
oh dude, Dilbert guy's nuts. But we're
like-
not here to talk about Dilbert guy tonight, are we?
I don't know. It's always a valid conversation. I like how the camera is just on my titties right now.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, nice.
I like how my back is horrendously arched.
Yeah, you should probably see a chiropractor. That's scoliosis
Yeah.
if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, you look really uncomfortable.
I didn't realize it was this badly arched. I don't
Or
know.
like it wasn't like that before.
Is it because I'm leaning?
It might be.
Here we go. Is this better?
Yeah.
All right. I'm
So
just gonna.
would that surgery cost you about $500 million?
It might.
I have healthcare. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Oh, well, Epic probably doesn't have any
What does that
healthcare,
have to do
but
with scoliosis? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're doing. Anyways, let's talk about this $500 million bill Epic got.
You two are cracking me up.
yeah, Epic got fined for
Mhm.
COPPA regulations they weren't following, and I read it earlier, but it's something about like being too easy to buy things and not easy enough to cancel it. Was what
Okay.
I was reading. The COPPA was for they're not doing enough to protect children's identities, so
Mm,
you're supposed to be enable mode, which I think is effective now. It actually came in a while ago, but I think this is a long running case where you have to be able to hide people's identities and not allow chat, either audio or text.
hmm
And you should only be able to connect with people who are on your friends list. But
Yeah, so like
I guess,
a safe browsing mode almost.
yeah. But that wasn't being followed, so they got sued for it. I'm almost positive it's unfact now because you see a lot of anonymous names when you play Fortnite.
hmm
That's because, they're underage.
I think that's a good move, honestly.
Especially with what you do, Tom. Saying those
Murphy Law.
horrible, saying those horrible things to children.
Does Fortnite have proximity chat? 'Cause I don't play with
It,
randos.
it used to,
I don't know if it does because
I
I've never
think.
played with chat. I can only imagine the amount of N words I'd hear otherwise.
Well,
Yeah.
high-pitched N-words from 12-year-olds.
Are you just
Ugh.
eating?
Can you hear that?
Yes, munchlax.
Who doesn't
Nice.
like yo? Who does not like snacks?
Sure, I got
Do
some
not
Cheez-Its.
do not downplay the snacks.
They're not
Anyways,
chips like Corey's go-to snack, but yeah, I am eating some Cheez-Its here.
Epic probably has the money to cover that and like
Oh yeah,
probably earned it today.
yeah, they're fine. But it's the FTC doing some work for protection of children, and that's always good. If you want to talk about shitty practices with buying shit, I still want to complain about Sony because Sony fucking sucks. One time when we're living together, I think it was Pat Gallagher because who else would do it? But they sat on my controller, and that happened to turn on my PS4 and purchase $80 worth of NBA 2K, whatever year that was, 18, of their in-game currency from the main menu without the TV being on.
That's wild.
I don't own NBA 2K18. So I don't even know how that was a fucking option on the main menu. But I had to call Sony, and they like refused to give me a refund. I had to like talk to like 3 managers and shit. It's like I don't even own this fucking game. Why isn't there protection in place for this?
Why didn't you
So I've
buy it
called.
for? Didn't you buy it for Ben?
No, Ben had a copy of NBA, but I don't even know if it's the same time frame. He had a disc. This might have been after that, but I took my credit card off of Sony, the platforms, but it was still ridiculous. Like, how can you do that?
That's yeah. I don't. That's wild.
Absurd. So yeah, people should be getting fucking hampered with stuff like this. There is no reason it should be that easy to buy shit. It's like on if you have a Google phone, it's very easy to buy shit off the Play Store without
It really
verification.
is. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes it's nice, but then sometimes I'm like, wow, what if I were to accidentally buy a thing?
Who is buying that much shit off the fucking Play Store where they can't be bothered to put in their PIN or whatever it is?
I don't know.
How often do you buy an app off the fucking mobile Play Store? Once
Mobile
a
game
month, maybe?
addicts? Mobile game addicts, mobile game junkies.
Isn't that usually through the actual game though, not like the actual app?
Sometimes.
I've never paid for currency that isn't V-Bucks, so I don't actually know how it works.
You paid for V-Bucks?
All the time.
You monster.
Have you seen my skins? I have like 80 fucking Fortnite skins.
I'm seeing a skin right now.
Oh yeah, are you?
Um,
What
what's
what game am I from, Corey?
Fire Emblem?
I mean, do you know which one?
Two Princes? Is that a game or is that a song from the 90s?
It's all from the 90s.
um,
If you want to get a song stuck in your head now.
what do we got next on the docket? Keep going.
John Carmack has left Meta. He's saying it's shitty there, and Zuckerberg doesn't listen to him, and he's leaving. Which is funny because he's a man without emotions. So if he's being pushed away from Facebook, I don't know who's able to stay there.
Can they get John Romero to replace him?
No, John Romero is going to make them his bitch.
Oh man, that would be a great if you logged into Meta and it just said John Romero will make you his bitch.
Yeah.
No,
Go ahead.
no, no, no. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
He was like the leading head of the VR division. So
But that
John Carmack
their
of
VR division's terrible.
no, they've done really. I mean, the Quest 2 is an excellent little device.
I mean, the device is fine, but like Meta's entire like have they come out with games for just Quest?
Oh yeah, 100%. The Resident Evil 4 VR is a Oculus exclusive. What was that one called? Like Valhalla. It was some Nordic themed one. That was a big game, like a big $60 game that was exclusive to the Quest systems.
I mean, this thing I'm wearing right now is not a particularly powerful piece.
The Quest 2 is pretty good, especially when you consider you can stream shit directly from your computer without wires or anything. It's really impressive device. No wires at all.
That
I mean,
is
shit.
that is pretty impressive.
I'm a
I'm
fan. I
okay
don't
with
like
that.
Meta very much, but I do like that little device. The only reason I have a Meta account right now is because I bought a Quest 2. I deleted my Facebook before that. Now they fold me
Yeah.
back in.
That's how they get you, and then they use all your data.
What data?
Yeah,
The fact that I played Resident Evil 4 VR, I'm not worried about it.
yeah.
I don't use Facebook.
Tom, tell me all about Nazis.
I don't think John Carmack is a Nazi.
No, we're skipping that. We're going to the next one.
But we didn't talk about John Carmack living Meta. We just
What else
said
do we
that
need to know?
happened.
Why would a creative? Well, I don't know if he's really a creative. He's more the business side of it.
Nah, no, he's a software guy. He's a programmer and shit.
He is, but he's also like the sensible one compared to John Romero, who's more interesting to talk about because he was the crazy one.
John Romero was like the fucking rock star game dev. He made a lot of maps and stuff, but Carmack was like the main developer of the engine.
Yeah, but who covered everything?
Engines.
Whoever covered everything in ketchup? That was Romero.
Oh yeah, 100%. That guy's weird. I mean, he's cool as shit. I mean, I'd hang out with John Romero. He lives in Ireland and just fucking makes Doom mods.
Faces that way. You, especially you, L face.
And we don't have monkey brushes
Mhm.
this week. So
Oh, no monkey brush.
You can
a
keep them
little
at an
more,
angle, but like keep them somewhat forward so people can see your beautiful mouths move.
this is an audio
Okay.
podcast.
Yeah.
I'm running cameras, Tom. Keep going. What's next?
Let's see here. We have Final Fantasy 16 is getting a M17 rating.
You see, there's a note next to that, Tom.
We talked about that already, huh?
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Did we? I don't remember that.
I brought it up.
Oh, hey.
Corey brought
Then
it
why
up.
didn't you just delete it from the docket?
We talked about it. I assumed you'd delete it. I assumed you'd edit your docket.
I
Anyways,
didn't reread it.
tell me about
We-
Nazis. Carvels.
Dude, I guess the New Hampshire senator presses valve on Nazi content. What is he trying to get them to pull it down? Good.
Senator
We
Maggie
should do Nazi
Hassan.
content on Valve.
Senator
Yeah,
Maggie
Maggie Hassan.
She's asked Gabe Newell to talk about the amazing amount of neo-Nazi weird stuff and some, especially like the absolutely bizarre.
Dude, there's like Hitler porn games and shit. Like it's wild.
There's a parody line, and then there's just straight up like
No,
content.
this is like I want to fuck Hitler stuff. Like it's really weird. I have like everything. I have all the filters off on Steam, so I see like whatever shows up on the front page. And it was like on the top charting like hot new releases for like a day. It's just like a fucking fuck the shit out of Hitler game. Like I don't know what's wrong with these people, and I don't know why Valve allows this kind of content. I think this is a great move.
I mean, this isn't just for the games, although there's a bunch of bullshit trash games like Anime Waifu Hitler Fight, but also like the moderation for the forums and
the mods and stuff.
Mods, but
Yeah.
also the community pages. There's a lot of Nazi shit and a lot of racism, just a lot of weird stuff on Steam, and there's not a lot
Like
of
4chan rollover, right?
yeah, and you have to remember that a lot of that stuff is not necessarily behind adult games, but kids, you could be 13, have a Steam account, see all kinds of monstrous stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's free
Yeah.
markets, and then there's having actual blockage of garbage content. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think they need that in a public facing store,
Yeah.
Keep that to the
no.
fucking weird like 8chan and all that shit.
Yeah. I don't think that stuff belongs on Valve.
Yeah.
On a Valve platform. It
The
doesn't
whole
belong on
movement
Steam.
was for various different things, but this very specific senator went for specifically Newell about this one topic, but overall, it's a great. I think there were like 7 senators throughout the country who all went and try to do something about this general, Nazi
I mean,
slash
that's part of our
extremist.
next story here, because the U.S.
That sounds like a
Congress,
segue.
led by Democratic representatives, have all co-signed a letter to what companies, Tom?
EA, Activision Blizzard, Microsoft, Roblox, Take-Two Interactive, Riot Games, Epic Games.
Yes, they sent out an open letter to all these companies to, and this is kind of a direct quote, better understand the process you have in place to handle player reports of harassment and extremism encounters in your online games, and ask for consideration for safety measures pertaining to anti-harassment and anti-extremism. And if you've ever played half the shooters, goddamn, the Nazis are rife, racism's
Yeah.
rife. If you're
But aren't the most of those shooters involving Nazi murdering?
I mean,
You
yeah,
would. Yeah, but they don't care.
I mean, a lot of the people who play those games, though, want to be the Nazis.
That's weird. That's like preferring to be a woman. That's just, odd.
Or a capybara.
Hey,
You know what?
I'd
I
rather be a
chose a
capybara than
model
a
with a
racist.
moving mouth.
I
I
mean,
didn't want something that was overly sexualized because I couldn't be the solid snake body pillow.
you could have. You just wouldn't have a moving mouth.
Yeah, well.
Solid Snake's body pillow's mouth stays open.
Of course it does.
Anyways, this is a good thing. This is what government oversight sites should be doing into video games, not like banning mature ones, but why are your players Nazis? I mean, it's not just Nazi stuff, but it's also harassment. God knows, I've been with friends who are women. Fucking the second they open their mouths, you get a lot of weirdos saying weirdo shit that is terrible for the game.
Girl.
Yeah, like you get that, or like, "Milady, let me help you," or they'll just immediately trash talk. It's creepy. It's weird. I mean, for the love of God, women play Overwatch in droves at the very least. Like that's the least weird place you'd find a fucking female player. But like any shooter, don't be creepy. Moderate
Yeah.
that shit. Tell people it's wrong.
That costs money.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
cost money to
that's
ban people from games and steal their money. In fact, that makes money. Fewer people on the server. Ban more weirdos. Make them.
I do agree with the general sentiment of banning more weirdos.
Don't be
Or
creepy.
what if you like flag them with like weird tags that makes them only match together? So they're still occupied playing the game, but they're not away near
Oh my
anybody
god,
else.
an incel.
That would be acceptable, I guess, but that doesn't really stop the extremism.
I mean,
that's-
that's.
kind of.
You're not going to stop the extremism anyway.
I mean, what
It's
you're
not
gonna
gonna be like, oh, I got banned from Battlefield. I'm gonna stop being a Nazi now. That's not really how it goes.
what you're gonna end up with is like an special squad of incel Nazi warriors who all train themselves on Call of Duty.
Feeding off each other, building each other's hatred.
I mean, I don't
What
know.
a miserable world we live in, huh?
Maybe they'll all queer out together. Calm down a bit.
Yeah, the world
Honestly,
that needs it.
I bet if half these guys just like got over themselves and sucked the dick that they've been dreaming of, they'd be fine.
I would like to remind everyone this podcast is rated PG.
Oh,
We're
I've
talking about
been.
Nazis.
Yeah, I don't know if this episode is PG with like the things I've said in the last like 2 minutes.
It's very
I've
PG. Speaking
I've
of,
clicked the adult content filter every time I've uploaded an episode.
that's good. Speaking of PG, do y'all remember Tomb Raider and naked Lara Croft rumors in the first one?
I do. Is you go
Yeah.
to the cave and you have to fight the T-Rex with just the pistols, and you can't take any damage, and then you head dive off the stone into the T-Rex, and then you go into a puddle, and when you come out, you're naked. It works.
Yeah, that does work. Anyways, Amazon and Crystal Dynamics are teaming up for the next Tomb Raider game, which I don't know. I played one of the reboots. It was all right.
Hey, that first reboot game is phenomenal. That is a great video game.
Yeah,
Sequel
the first one
is
is good.
the sequel is just as good, if not a little more convoluted, and the third one is lesser than that, but it's still a good game, and they're better than Uncharted.
I'm tired of Lara Croft looking at her hands every time she murders a guy, because then she'll murder 40 more. Like, get over
That
it.
that like she got over it the first one. The
Get
second one she's in kill mode.
there should be like no. She should have no moral. She's a monster. She just murders like dinosaurs in the first game. She just murdered them all. This wonder of
Fuck those dinosaurs.
the wonder of the fucking modern age. Dinosaurs survived, and she just
What are you
murdered.
gonna do with a dinosaur? What are you gonna do with it?
We have
Bring
six
it to a fucking
movies.
zoo?
We have 6 movies about it.
They all suck except the first one.
You know what happens with all those dinosaurs? They murder everybody.
Exactly. If you have
Yeah,
a live
we don't
dinosaur,
need, you kill the dinosaur. We don't need
what
them.
positive things can you pull from that?
You know what? Dinosaurs belong on my Magic cards and in my D&D games.
I'd like to remind you, we all have at least one viewer. Full stop. But also that one viewer may be a biologist. You okay with
As-
that? You okay with that,
as-
Tom?
I want to announce right now that crocodiles and alligators were a mistake, and they should have been extinct billions of years ago.
Yo, they don't die from old age. I don't think they're a mistake. I think they're fucking sweet.
What do you mean they don't? Of course they die from old age.
No, their cells don't experience cell death in the same way. So I've been told.
Well,
They
you've been
instead
told
just die from not being able to feed themselves when they get too big.
I think you'll be fact checked in a second.
It's absolutely
Maybe.
incorrect. What are you talking about?
I don't know. That's what I've been told.
Is Gretchen there?
We need science.
Do they actually like age and experience like rapid cell death and organ failure? Or
They
do
of course
just,
they
like,
die.
Stop?
Yes, thank you. So that's not
Yeah,
a
they
thing.
just can't. They don't just starve out and die. I figure they would.
What are you?
whatever.
What animal
I don't know.
are you thinking of? Like,
I don't know. I was told they don't.
Who
they
told
just,
you that?
Fucking. I don't know.
did a wizard tell you
Whatever.
that? That's not how alligators
Again,
work.
wizards tell me a lot of things. So
I
must have
want
been a
to
wizard.
redact my previous comment about crocodiles and alligators, and I think they're.
I still think they're
creatures.
perfect. I still think they're wonderful.
So no,
We need more of
lobsters.
them.
Lobsters do still die of old age. It's just they have a. They still die of old age, but it's different. They can grow really big, but they do have a maximum time. I think. I don't think there's really any animal that just doesn't die of old age, but most
There's
animals.
jellyfish that can de-age. What about them?
Turtles.
Did you?
They can live.
Where are you people getting your science from? Like,
No, there's a type of jellyfish that can revert to a previous life stage.
No, you kill the jellyfish and you take their oils and then you inject it into your face.
Have you all been watching Lucy? What the fuck kind of weirdo science?
No,
is that?
no. This is a real. Like I seen this
There
one
are
in
other
an aquarium. Like I
check out the
seen this
USB
one.
stick?
Like this is the factual one.
Can you
For
show
real,
me
for
a
real.
source and not just say you saw it? And I need to see a paper. I need to see multiple papers in a scientific journal to even. I don't know how to parse what you're saying. Like,
It,
you might as well just say nanomachines to me.
it's a,
Yeah,
it's
machine's
a
son.
it's a Turlopis Darhini. It fucking can revert to one of its. It goes through like a life cycle, and it can like instead of just going through the regular way, it can like revert stages. I don't fucking know.
Soul says it's sort of true. Yeah, the Medusa jellyfish. It's sort of true actually. It just does it just become a new organism by using
No,
the
it,
same
like,
cells? Because
It like ungrows. I don't know. It's a weird concept.
yeah,
We have video
it
games.
dies and then its cells start a new animal.
Oh, okay.
So it turns into a baby from itself. Which is, I mean, kind of immortality, the shitty kind. Unlike, the magical crocodiles that seem to live forever, according to this capybara.
Dude, yeah, what are you talking
The
about?
fact
I'm sure it's a capybara.
The fact you're dressed like a Victorian gentleman who would just make up science just makes it all the better, right? Like,
There's cocaine in your blood.
yeah, like,
There's ghosts in your blood. Do cocaine about it.
Do
Yeah.
you do a snooty British accent?
No.
Like, this is how it is. Something like that. Would go well with it. You see, the thing about jellyfish.
Uh,
You can never have just one.
anyways, Wizards of the Coast thinks D&D is under monetized. I think we vaguely mentioned this last
So
time.
Yeah,
we
I
mentioned
probably brought this up.
we mentioned Tomb Raider and then went on a tangent about crocodiles
Well,
and
what else?
jellyfish.
Amazon and Crystal Dynamics are gonna make another Tomb Raider game. Who the
Yeah,
fuck
they
cares?
announced that months ago. That's like a half a year ago. I guess
Player,
Amazon Games is the new part of it. I didn't know Amazon was involved, but
I
Crystal
miss
Dynamics.
Amazon Games needs to work with people to make games that exist already and not their shitty new games.
They're bringing out that EA game that's like the EA Monster Hunter that looks like a comedy. Amazon's involved with that too. Is that EA? Yeah, I think it was EA, but I think they're mixing up something with a Dynasty Warriors people, Koei Tecmo as well. I don't know. I got to research this. But they're doing. I've seen their name come up way more often than I had before. They had that shitty Rocket Arena game that failed, and that MMO, which may or may not still be a thing.
New World.
Yeah, that one. Is that still going?
I mean, I just saw. Oh my god, my back again.
I
I just saw like they have an update right now. They're still updating it, but I think the player count's way down from where it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure people still play it, but
So it's going
yeah.
through the Steam store, and they have a new Paragon coming out. If you guys remember Paragon, it was an Epic game.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like a MOBA, I think, and then Epic sunsetted it, and then another company bought it. But there's another game that's also based off Paragon. So there's two games coming out, both based on Paragon. One's called Paragon, and one's called something else. It's very confusing.
You know what confuses me a lot, Tom?
What's that?
The immortality of alligators.
I know nothing about alligators.
Alligators should be immortal.
They'll eat the shit out of me.
They're nature's perfect killing machine.
I'd say.
No, they're not.
What? Okay, a shark then? Isn't shark nature's perfect killing
Nature's
machine?
perfect killing machine is like humans or cats when it comes to the devastation of killing.
No, humans aren't that good at killing. Like we're good at exterminate the whole planet, but that's been like over the course of like a long time.
Cats have killed a
Like-
lot of species.
Yeah, cats are pretty good.
I'm not sure what Soul is saying facts for. We said a lot of things. None of which I'd say definitive science.
Hippos,
yeah-
hippos kill a lot of people, Those-
Hippos are super deadly.
Yeah.
and they don't even kill to eat. They kill for fun and
Well,
sexual
you piss them
pleasure.
off.
Well, they kill for defensive reasons as well.
So Wizards of the Coast thinks D&D is under-monetized, and players are afraid that the new One D&D system that they're going to be coming out with will spell an end to homebrew games.
Yeah, I don't
mean-
think you can stop
How do you stop people
homebrew
from
D&D.
Yeah, I have no idea how you stop people from.
But they're trying to find a way to monetize D&D after you buy the books, because like you have a play group of 5 people plus a DM. The DM buys the books, and everybody else just goes to Staples and buys a bunch of copies of paper.
Or you just have a
right?
tablet or your cell phone or any number of.
Yeah. There's so many ways to play D&D that don't require you to spend money. And Wizards just did a huge fucking pump and dump on Magic. Like they really ramped up production on Magic and are really trying to like monetize rather than create a good product. And this announcement basically came during a meeting regarding Magic and the future of Magic. They were all like, hey guys, you like that? Cool, D&D's next, and this is what we're gonna do. And it basically sounds like they're trying to add microtransactions to D&D.
That's what
With
they're gonna impose.
they use corporate buzzwords to say it, but
You need to have all of your games played in a room with a giant monitor. And before you start playing, you have to call their officiaries. And they'll be on the screen watching you play the entire time.
What,
If you
like,
deviate from the rules at all,
like it's the Catholic Church?
Catholic Church, 1984, what the fuck that book's called?
1984.
One of those. Yes. I didn't know it was 82 or 84. But they just sit there and watch you play. If you deviate from the rules at all, they will shock. They have a button that shocks the DM.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you have to. It's like that chess cheating scandal. You have to play with anal beads. The
Mm.
shock you.
What was that chess cheating thing I heard about?
Was it anal beads?
It was probably the anal beads thing.
I heard chess cheating. And I heard some guy cheated on that Zwift app, that cycling exercise bike app, where it's like a game, and somebody cheated on an esport. Did you guys read about that?
No.
What? No.
So this guy's on an esport for a app digital cycling game, and he somehow manipulated the data from both his bike and his receiving device to change the data, and his data said he was better, like 4 times better than the best cyclist in the world. And he was clearly cheating, so he got banned. But
Oh.
it's really funny to be banned from an esport for your cycling machine.
I mean,
Peloton ratted him
Yeah,
out.
that's
funny.
pretty wild.
It's funnier to play chess with anal beads in. I think we can all agree to that.
That is way funnier.
Especially if they have to like change the rules where everyone strips down and gets a probe before they go into a match.
Oh, way funnier.
Unzip boys. So how was he cheating with anal beads?
There's no proof he was. That was a rumor started. Although there was a Danish man, like a journalist in Denmark, who proved
Say no more.
he proved that you could technically do it. He did really well against a grandmaster, despite not being a chess player. It would signal you if you were doing the right move by putting your hand on the piece and starting to move. It doesn't count until you release the piece. So like different vibrations would say, that's correct,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not correct.
They couldn't find anything better than anal beads. I mean, maybe it makes it funner.
I mean,
maybe he's into it.
I'm not going to tell you this, Tom, but I am. What's more fun than anal beads? What's better?
I have no comment on this.
Exactly, Tom.
I feel like I would have a hard time focusing on the chess match while also receiving instructions via anal bead. Just personally, I feel like I would probably be off my game.
It would be
You see
really.
that?
It'd be really
So,
awkward
like-
if you finished and couldn't stand up to shake your opponent's hand. You just had to wait there.
Yeah, there's a lot of logistical issues to this that go beyond just
You're
You
that
may-
game
putting
that
the anal beads in there.
that added the support for that butt plug.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean that's all player done though.
Yeah, yeah. No. They officially sanctioned it. The company. I think they might have implemented it themselves.
By
They
the
put a tweet
way,
out.
it made me really want to play that game. Someone did a
Can't remember what
GitHub.
game it was.
Someone did a GitHub for every time you die in Elden Ring, it vibrates, and I'm just like, is that gonna make you better, or make you want to kill yourself more in that game?
I don't know. Can't remember what game that was.
It was like Overdrive or Hyperkill or some goofy name like that.
Yeah. Ultra Kill? Was it Ultra
Yeah, it's
Kill? Okay.
and one
Ultra
of
Kill's
those.
a good game.
It's a better game if you have a thing destroying your asshole during the entire thing.
Buttplug.io.
Yeah.
My phone's going nuts.
Bet it
Anal
is.
beads are setting off.
That's your dog warning. Anytime the dog does something, the anal beads get set off.
All right. Well, now you mentioned my dog, let's talk about the next topic as I go check on my dog.
All
Yeah,
right.
what is this? The top 10 Pokemon via.
Yeah, some company went through Yahoo, Bing, and Google searches and did some analysis on it, and it reviewed the top 10 Pokemon based on searches, monthly searches. So, what are the most popular Pokemon based on what people are searching for? And the list does not include Pikachu, which is fine because Pikachu's a shitty Pokemon. I don't know Pokemon that well. I know what a Charizard is, which was number 1.
Look, okay, hold on. Before we go down this list, yes, Charizard is number 1. I'm looking at the list right now, and I just want to say, before we continue, I 100% believe this list has been heavily influenced by the porn part of the internet.
Is there mudcaps?
Is it Gengar? Is that what did it?
No, actually, it does include the Charizard though.
I'm not gonna
like,
I'm not
because-
gonna let you emphasize
Because
that. Stop it.
well, here's the thing.
No.
Well, here's the thing.
Please stop.
Look at the numbers of Charizard. The Charizard is 240, like 250,000 monthly votes, right? Gardevoir, number 2, boom, right there. There's the porn, right? Only
Awesome.
158,000.
What the fuck is a Gardevoir?
It's the
It's
hairy
the
looking
one.
woman.
If you're looking at the article, it's the one to the right of Charizard.
Oh yeah, I could see the porn parody there.
What
Right.
about- what's Rylo's evolution? The dog thing with the spikes in his hands?
I don't know.
Lucario?
Lucario, is he on the list?
Oh, yeah, Lucario is on the list. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, number 3
Yeah.
is Sylveon, which look.
Which
Look,
one's Sylveon?
It's the
Uh,
Eevee evolution. That's
yeah,
fair.
it's the one right there next
Oh,
to.
okay. So those are the top
Yeah,
three.
those are the top three.
Then Lucario's number 4, Gengar's number 5, Umbreon, obviously the best Pokemon, is number 6, which should be number 1. I don't know what the fuck a Garchomp is.
It's like a shark thing.
Yeah, it's a good Pokemon.
What is a Mimikyu?
I do not know what
Mimikyu
that
is
is.
adorable.
I don't know what that is.
Mimikyu is like a ghost type
Oh, is it
that
the
like
Pikachu Ghost?
it's the Pikachu rag.
Oh,
Yeah, I like
okay.
Mimikyu.
I can
I
see
think
that.
Mimikyu is
That's popular
cute.
amongst people. What about Rayquaza?
Rayquaza, that's the Emerald legendary.
That's the
That
The
African
one on,
holiday Pokemon.
yeah, the one on the cover, Emerald.
Tom.
Uh,
What?
and then Greninja is the last one at number 10. And who wouldn't like Greninja?
Frog?
He's a fucking sick ass ninja frog.
Herpetologist like Greninja.
Yeah,
Tom.
I'm not a herpetologist and I like Greninja.
The best Pokemon is Farfetch'd.
Shut up. Get out.
He's a duck with a fucking leak. It's badass.
Do you like Farfetch'd's evolution, Tom?
Yeah, he's okay.
I mean,
Give
he's
him
got a
armor and stuff.
sword.
I mean, that's all right.
It's
Got
a duck with a
little
sword, man.
steel helm on it. He's okay. The classic guy is the best.
How do you feel about Jinx?
Jinx
Before or
was a
after the end of it?
fucking mistake.
Jinx and Mr. Mime are both cursed Pokemon. I'm gonna need you to update my avatar with a little dog on my lap.
Okay, you can do that shit yourself. Anyways, that's the top 10 Pokemon. It might not be correct, or it might just be full of porn searches. Tom, tell us about Sony.
You guys hear about the anime of retiring Ash and Pikachu? They're going to new characters now.
Oh, I did hear that.
That's because he became.
25 years of Pokemon. Same storyline.
It's because he became a Pokemon master.
Yeah, he defeated the final guy. I read a little bit of the article. I was surprised that show was still going. I watched it in fucking elementary school. I'm 35 years old.
Yeah, it's wild that it's wild that it's still going, but it's also kind of wild that it's over.
I mean,
Right?
it must have a viewership, right? It can't go on that long with nobody's watching the fucking thing.
They still make
Yeah,
movies.
I wouldn't know. I mean, Dragon Ball didn't even last that long.
Yeah, but
No, Dragon Ball still gets new episodes.
Dragon Ball Z
Yeah, it has
gets
Super.
no.
Super came out, what? Z ended in 87, 88?
Z ended in
Is that right?
88?
Yeah, I think so. It
my
was either
God.
very early 90s or very late 80s. And then GT happened at the late 90s, but that was like 2 seasons and pretty much retconned.
Yeah, because no one liked it.
Yeah, but
so,
no, I thought there was new episodes of Super.
yeah, Super's still going, but that's
Yeah.
now. So there's like a 20-year gap between Dragon Balls.
Oh, okay.
Pokemon's are going straight.
That is wild.
So what's Sony doing? Let's take a look here. Sony wants to do away with video game forums, replace with assistants to cut down on spoilers. They can go fuck themselves. I don't care about your fucking story games, Sony. Make games, you fucking assholes.
I like story games.
I like story games if the gameplay is good. I don't give a fuck about the actual story.
Yeah, I think
If
this
it's-
is a dumb move too.
Story is a driver in video games. It kind of gets you from point A to point B. It gives you some motivation to move on. I don't care what the overall story is, as long as like, hey, they stole my son. All right, I'm gonna go to this place and find my son, and stuff happens. I don't. They don't need to write like fucking movies. I hate video game stories. They're never good. Is the worst part about it. It doesn't make any sense in context.
I'm sorry, Tom. I'd like to remind you of a little series called Legacy of Kain.
I was just thinking the same.
Let me tell you about the
I was
launch
just thinking the
of
same
fucking
thing.
Legacy of Kain. Let me tell you,
It's a
games
great
make
story. It isn't logic. It doesn't have to be logical to be a good story. Have you?
It's nonsense. It is fucking Kingdom Hearts of the West.
Yeah, that's fine. It's an
nonsense series.
amazing
Yeah,
story.
It's a lot of.
It can only work in the context of a video game. If you make a TV show or a movie, it'd be like, what the fuck is this? This makes
Well,
no
if you
sense.
made a
Actually,
TV
Legacy of Kain movie would be sick.
You need 20 movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, they write Last of Us like it's a TV series, you know? Last of Us has good gameplay in it. You don't need to worry about the fucking story. People are like, oh, I know what happens at the end? I'm not going to play the game now. That's a disservice to the video game. Because it's a fucking video game, not a book.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's a pretty dumb take on their behalf. Right.
I mean,
not
like,
first of all, don't get rid of video game forums. I need to see people's views on stupid shit.
Yeah.
Look at my game facts.
Is game
You guys
facts
know
still a
again.
thing?
100%.
Yeah.
I need
Hey.
I need to hear people's bad takes.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. What do you think this podcast is? What?
Let me
just-
tell you about Final Fantasy X
Can we just rename this Tom's bad takes?
if you want to. I mean, my last podcast was called Unpopular Gaming.
It's pretty unpopular. That was
Yeah,
just
and-
that was just like setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Does Sony have a specific example of how Ragnarok was ruined because people spoiled the story or some shit?
Well, hang on. Like, look, fucking. Next, you're gonna have to ban YouTube, man. People be making guides on YouTube on how to play these games with spoilers and shit. People be streaming on Twitch.
I mean, to be
Like, it's
fair,
this is the dumbest thing. Like, no, they just.
to be fair to like Sony isn't just doing this because of spoilers. It's also because it's trying to promote some sort of new patented technology they're going to be using for
More AI. Yeah,
for
that's what we need.
whatever the assistant is going to be. So it's probably just going to be a new fucking stupid feature they're going to add to whatever they come out with next. This is
Does it? Wait, the PS5 has an option inside the fucking menu you press, and it tells you hints about how to play the game. It's a Sony feature.
yeah, exactly. They want more of
implemented
that.
Yeah, maybe they just want you to do more of that instead of.
They just want you to
It's
be on more
it's the
Sony
same
stuff.
thing. What are you talking about?
Tom, I'm not Dr. Sony, all right? I don't know why you're yelling at me.
Jim Ryan? You don't know Jim Ryan and his fucking pro takes? Sony's gone downhill ever since they kind of gave the leadership away from Japan. We used to have games like Ape Escape. Remember Ape Escape?
Good
No,
game.
Gravity Rush?
What was it about? What was Ape Escape about?
You see a bunch of, they weren't actually apes, but a bunch of apes escaped. And you had to put them back.
Isn't
It
that
was
just
great.
Monkey Ball?
No,
No,
monkeys.
then the monkey
Ball is
balls
a
are in
happy
the
time.
ball already.
They're in the ball. They want to be. They want to play a game of Labyrinth with you. Totally different game. This one, there's a smart monkey, and he's trying to make it a monkey uprising.
Isn't that
And
just
you, as an oppressionist human, want to put them all back in their cage.
that's just Planet of the Apes? Or
I don't think
McGill
Brand Plants is a video game.
or Magilla Gorilla. Do you remember
Grape Ape?
Do you remember? No, Grape Ape is different. Grape Ape is a big ape. Magilla Gorilla.
I know the difference.
I don't think you do. Grape
Who's
Ape
the one
is.
that had the hat, the little like businessman hat?
I think that's Magilla Gorilla. He's a
Yeah, I
gorilla
think
that lived
so.
inside of a pet store. Fucking illegal ass thing to do is sell a gorilla in a pet store, and he wanted to get out of the pet store, but the guy just wanted to sell him. I don't know.
Patrick Swayze buying it.
Maybe it was a supermarket and people were going to eat the gorilla. I don't really remember Magilla Gorilla that well. He was friends with.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a pet store.
I'm pretty certain he was friends with Snagglepuss. Maybe more than friends.
I do think they hung out. Yeah, that tracks.
Hung out.
I won't
I'm
elaborate.
sure the gorilla was hanging out.
Tom, tell us about.
I will tell you about this Kong ring that my dog is in love with right now.
No, unless it's a Microsoft patent. Anyways, Microsoft
has
is.
patented something to preserve older games and lessen demands for remakes or remasters. Yeah, they're the only one who really cares about backwards compatibility at this point.
Which is
of all the
great.
three.
Like,
Yeah.
I really support. I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're patenting some sort of new technology to like preserve a bunch of older games and allow for backwards compatibility, which is a great idea.
Just emulators. They're trying to implement more
Because
fold their emulation into their system, and it's
Not-
probably for computers and stuff too.
not every game's going to get remade, not every game's going to get remastered, and it's just nice to have them all available.
As long as that reads the disc, because there's a lot of nightmares with, like Def Jam. You're never going to get that re-released. There's so many licenses involved with that. But as long as you can put the disc into your system and it plays it, that's perfect. That's what emulation is. If they want to mainstream it and give it out to people without having everybody call you a fucking pirate every time you go to a fucking Discord, that'd be great.
Yeah.
You guys ever go to a fucking Discord and you like talk about a game, and if you say you're using an emulator, they just like go fucking crazy on you? Has that ever happened? Because it happens to you all the time.
I don't go on random Discords. How's that?
Yeah.
Sometimes when I do a lot of Kickstarters for some fucking reason because I'm an idiot. But I did one specifically that's the Suikoden one, the Ewan Chronicles, the game that's made after the same guy who made Suikoden. He's making a new series. And the perks of doing the Kickstarter is that you have access to their fucking Discord. and I don't ever use any of these because they all fucking suck. Because everybody's a fucking weirdo. You can't emulate Suikoden 1. It's a fucking 20-year-old rare game. Okay, sorry, buddy. I actually own that fucking game. Go fuck yourselves.
But
You guys
Tom, they
fucking
don't want
digital
to go
Nazi.
fuck themselves.
Tom,
They can.
This
I
is
gave them permission.
this
What's
isn't
up?
Digital Deliberations Tom's therapy hour because of bad Discord interactions.
I'm sorry. This is my podcast. I can do what the fuck I want.
This is a a joint event. Stop trauma dumping.
Yeah, don't trauma jump in chat.
I have the best emulators. They're no better. They're really, truly great emulators.
What are you doing? Is that supposed to be Trump?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that.
Make it stop.
I've seen other emulators. They're good. Mine are great. I get the best ones.
That is the worst impression I've ever heard.
I don't want to be good at doing Trump. That's not something I'm shooting for.
That was terrible. That's like my New Jersey impression.
The last time I did a Secret Santa for this forum I was on, the last one I did, I got a Make Nintendo Great Again hat, and I immediately stopped using that forum, and I have not done a Secret Santa since then.
Make Nintendo great again. That's pretty funny.
Was it also red with white text so it looks like...
it was the exact same thing.
You know the problem with wearing that hat is people think you have a fucking MAGA hat on. Don't make parodies like that. People think you're just an asshole.
That was their joke.
Yeah, meanwhile, the actual Nintendo does need to be fucking. Nintendo needs some fucking work. Like
apparently that was a selfie Trump. I'll take it.
Anyways, Tom, speaking of monsters, J.K. Rowling mocked a Rowling. It's Rowling. J.K. Rowling mocked.
J.K. the fucking turf. Who cares if you get her name right?
J.K. Rowling mocked a trans gamer on Twitter over comments made about that stupid new dumbass wizard game that people. I don't know. Are people excited for the wizard game?
Yes.
I think some people are really excited for the wizard game.
I haven't seen a lot. I mean, I'm not on Harry Potter zones. I'm not a Harry Potter person. I have not seen that much excitement for it, but I guess there's probably a market. Jesse Earl on Twitter, who I did follow before I deleted my Twitter recently, was just talking about like the morality of buying into this project when money's going to go into J.K. Rowling's pocket. And J.K. Rowling compared her to like the Nazis and book burning. It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous drama all about this stupid game where like goblins are a secret order making house elves rise up against their master. It's bizarre. Who cares about this at this point? Why is Harry Potter still a thing? And why isn't Hunger Games or Maze Runner?
I mean, those are terrible.
Yeah.
I like the Hunger Game movies. They're all right.
I watched the first two.
First one was pretty good.
Yeah, I watched the
I
first
disagree
movie.
with you, but
It was a movie.
it is a young adult version of Battle Royale. That is what it is.
Okay. But
Yeah,
it has more of a plot going on than
Battle.
It has more of a plot than Battle Royale.
I like the lack of a plot in Battle Royale.
You just
and
like
they deal with it.
You just like that crazy girl.
I mean, I always like the crazy girl.
I mean, what other young adult things were popular when we were growing up? Percy Jackson. Yeah, what happened to Animorphs? Can we have an Animorphs game?
I don't know what happened to Animorphs.
Animorphs is so much more cheerful and fun.
Did they not have a PS1 game? Is that not a thing that exists?
I want to turn into a rat.
Also, I think K. Applegate is an ally. I think K. Applegate's pretty cool.
I'm sure R.L. Stein is an ally.
What happened to R.L. Stein? He made the.
R.L. Stein's still doing stuff.
All right.
R.L. Stein did like there was like a movie trio on Netflix. A little mini trilogy. Yeah, they were decent. Yeah.
Okay, I know.
Yeah, R.L. Stein's still doing stuff.
I know people like that Goosebumps with Jack Black in it. That came out not too long ago.
That looked terrible. Yeah. That looked absolutely terrible.
I didn't watch it because it's not for me, but people liked it. I don't know. Kind of makes me happy in a way. I liked Goosebumps when I was a kid.
I liked the show. The books were pretty mediocre.
Boop. It's a good intro.
What about Percy Jackson?
What about Percy Jackson?
I don't know anything about him. I think it was a Greek thing, right? Like
he was like
Zeus or something.
He was the son of Poseidon.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
I don't think he was the son of Zeus, but like everyone was like kids of Greek gods and shit.
I think
think
they
that
made
was
a like one movie out of it and it didn't do well enough to sanction the sequels or
that's
something.
because I think it deviated pretty far from the source material, and then I think they're remaking it, relaunching it soon with a new.
Isn't it? Did they do that with the one, The Witch in the Wardrobe, where they kind of like kept making it on the down low? Like you only heard about the first two movies, but there's actually like a TV series and like X sequel movies that weren't mainstream. I think that was a
Maybe?
thing. Yeah, I think that was a thing. I think they kept going and just nobody knew about it.
I can't confirm or deny.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. Like he's dead. Even if he did something bad, it's fine.
I mean, I don't like the super Christian message of it all, but other than that, I guess it was fun. I read
What do
it
you
in.
mean? The lion that's clearly Jesus? You're not into that?
It's given a good meme to me. I often tell people not to quote the old magics to me, which I was there when they were written. I say that to Jenny almost every day whenever they try to tell me about the 90s.
It is a good one.
Yeah. I mean, that's not really like young adult from our time though. That's from fucking the 30s.
I mean, I read it growing up.
Did anybody read the or sorry, watch that Wrinkle in Time movie that came out a few years ago?
Didn't it do terribly?
I think it did terribly. Did you guys read that book in elementary school? I know I did.
I was supposed to read it and I didn't.
I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember what it was about.
I mean, if we're talking about trans allies, Stephen King's come out, Trans Rights are Human Rights, and he has that Dark Tower series. That
He
movie,
also got the check brought down to $8 a month.
that was
Stephen King is also he's done some things in the past, has said some things and written some things that maybe he shouldn't be
Oh,
writing.
no, he
How
didn't.
sober was he?
Yeah, he didn't do any of
Yeah.
that. What did that was cocaine. Cocaine
There's a
did
lot
all
of
those
Yeah.
things.
cocaine.
There was a lot of drugs involved, yeah.
Cocaine was an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, we can't blame Stephen King for all that. That was a lot of cocaine. He said he doesn't even remember writing Cujo.
Yeah,
Dreamcatcher,
yeah. Or Tommy Knockers, which
Tommy Knockers,
I
yeah.
read Tommy Knockers recently, man, what a book.
That is
What a
that is
fucking
a ride.
trip. Yeah, that was a book.
Yeah.
Um
Are there any Stephen King games?
Oh, there must be. He must have. It must be an adaptation, or maybe he wrote something.
That Dark Tower
well,
series is really popular. I've never read it.
I haven't
Um,
either.
yeah,
I
I
thought it was
haven't
like a
read it
fantasy
either.
thing that when I was learning about like some guys with guns and shit, I just kind of lost interest.
It's weird from what I know some things about it, but not enough to tell you anything about it, you know.
Yeah.
I know they did a movie that bombed horribly 2, 3 years back.
Had Idris Elba in it back when he was in everything.
I like Idris
He's
Elba.
still in
I
everything.
did too.
I do too. Yeah,
He's a great
great.
actor. It's just like, you'd think
I,
him being in something meant it was really good.
I wanted him to be the Bond. I was into that idea.
He's too old.
I mean, he looks pretty good.
I mean, he looks great,
Yeah.
but they want to go with a younger Bond because they want someone they could like drain the life out of over a course of a few movies.
Are you telling me they want James Bond Jr.?
That's a game, isn't it?
Yeah, they made a game out of that. Bond Jr. Oh Jesus! I'm from the '90s. Do you guys remember the '90s? I remember the
Speaking
'90s.
of bullshit kid stuff, Tom, this one's for you.
What is Red Light Grime?
I don't know what is Red Leg Grime.
I have no idea. Is
Why'd
that a
you?
young adult novel or something?
That might be. I'm 33. I don't know what young adult stuff is, but you know what I do know?
What do you know?
Fucking Peppa Pig is getting a game.
Peppa Pig already
Hell
has a
fucking
game.
yeah.
Peppa
Peppa
Pig.
Pig. Peppa Pig has a better rating than whenever that game came out, it had a better rating than like the big AAA game, and everybody was losing their shit. And it came on Game Pass and stuff.
The Peppa Pig album has a better rating than Donda.
That's fine.
Somebody reviewed
Yeah,
it. They're like,
no,
this game's all right. Like, I think they gave it an 8 out of 10 or something. This was IGN. This was maybe a year or two ago. Is this a new Peppa Pig game?
Yeah, a new Peppa Pig game's coming out. It's called World Adventures.
Oh man.
You'll be
Does
able
it take
to.
off after the events of the first video game? Am I
You'll
gonna be
be-
lost without it?
You're going to be exploring the bigger, wider world of Peppa Pig with her friends and family.
Oh
It is
boy.
a follow-up to the 2001 My Friend Peppa Pig.
Sweet.
But yeah, no, I think this is a good one for the kids. Good.
I
Kids deserve good games.
I fucking
hope
love
it's a
Peppa
good game.
Pig. She's just so adorable.
I just love that one picture of her brother holding up the picture of the dinosaur on it, and I use that as a meme like a million times. I love that picture.
Yeah,
the little brother has that derpy like hand drawn cartoon of a dinosaur. It's like out of crayon. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
nope.
Oh, I'll have to pull it up.
but Tom will
But it's
post it
good.
in chat right now.
Oh yeah, it's coming up right now, guys. I'm on it.
So that's Peppa Pig. I'm looking forward to that game. Can't wait to play it. Game of the year. I want Peppa Pig to be on stage, giving an hour-long speech at the Game
Are we?
Awards.
Are we going to stream the new Peppa Pig game?
Yes,
We can.
I'll
I
fucking
don't see a
play
reason
Snow.
not to.
But only
Just
if
don't click any other videos we have.
we could stream the new Peppa Pig game, but we're gonna do all the voices. I want to be Daddy Pig.
Are we gonna oink too?
Oh, go butter. I can't do a British accent, so you're gonna hear that a lot with Daddy Pig. Whoa, butter. Did
Then you have
Daddy
to oink afterwards.
did Daddy Pig vote for Brexit?
He probably did.
I know the stance of that Peppa Pig family on their move towards Brexit.
Oh, like the polls. Oh, governor.
Goddamn Scots.
Okay.
Ain't going nowhere.
You make me feel better about my British accent.
I can do a pretty good British accent.
Oi, governor, can you?
I can.
Oh, I'm me a goth.
Very good. Very good.
Okay, so that's Peppa Pig. What else we got?
Multiplayer spin-off for Horizon. Smash Dinos Together or Something I Don't Know is the title of this one. I don't like the Horizon series. I don't care. This is you.
Yeah, well, don't read the thing I just wrote about it. It's a multiplayer fucking spin-off coming for Horizon. I guess you can hunt dinosaurs. You guys probably get like Monster Hunter.
They're really tying a lot of their anchor to the series, aren't they?
I mean,
They really want it to be a thing.
it's popular. It's a popular series.
I guess. They have the VR thing coming out, that expansion coming out. Second game came out last year. Now they have this multiplayer thing coming out. I don't know. I can give less than 2 fucks about
It
it.
has a unique stylized look, which I guess means they're going to change the art style.
Yeah, because that other game just looks like every other Sony game. Oh no, we're getting dog on the keyboard, moving my character around.
Multiplayer project I've been swirling around for a while. There's really not that much information about it. They're just working on it. In addition to the VR version of Horizon they're making and the DLC Burning Shores for Forbidden West.
Uh-huh.
So I guess they have a lot on their plate. It's probably gonna be some weird old live service game. I don't know. I'm not gonna play it. I played the first Horizon. And I was pretty whelmed.
What was the last Sony console you actually owned?
I owned a PS3.
Okay, so you are 2006 to when the PS4 come out? 2013.
I don't know.
So,
You'd
so
know.
that's
Weird
2013,
fucking
I'm pretty
Rain
sure.
Man fucking ability to understand whenever a game console came out. How the hell am I gonna know that? Turn to the camera, Tom.
I'm sorry, my dog hit my keyboard and it turned my head.
There you go.
Of
Yeah, I owned a PS3. I think I played Dragon's Dogma on that, and then I just bought the PC version, which was better.
course it is.
There's a new Dragon's Dogma coming out, right?
Yep. According to them, it's 4 years in development already, so it should be not too long from now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Soul wants me to stop talking about Daddy Pig. Hey, Soul, do you know that the dad's name is from the dad Triceratops' name is from The Land Before Time? Do you guys know?
I can't remember. I remember the voice actress for one of the dinosaurs got murdered by her father.
Yeah, that did happen. Thanks for that, Tom. Real life, keeping the podcast fucking light. No, the dad from the racist Triceratops dad from Land Before Time is called Daddy Tops.
Okay.
You know,
Daddy Tops.
Yeah, Daddy
All
Tops.
right.
I get the influence.
Yeah, I bet he fucking does.
Tom, that's your nickname sometimes, right?
Quite possibly.
Daddy Tops. You can look
Sometimes
that up if you
Daddy
want.
switches, okay?
You can also watch any of the Land Before Time movies. They're all
12 of them.
Yeah, there's like 12. I think they're making a new one soon.
I'm sure they are.
They slowed down on them a while back. You can find
It's
out
probably
about
gonna be a remake of the first one because you can't rewatch an animation movie. Those don't hold up.
I mean,
No.
a lot of those Land Before Time ones do not hold up. They look like fucking. They're just
Are they
bad.
at least a step above like that Eastern European animation that you'd see back in the day?
They look like, I mean, the direct-to-DVD ones. There's some cheap animation in them. Obviously, the first few are all right. Some people say the later ones are alright. I've watched maybe 2 Land Before Time movies in my life.
I saw the first one when it was new, and that is all I've seen of Land Before Time.
Did your social security check come in, Grandpa?
That was what,
Grandpa.
80, 89, 90, right?
What
I
was it
don't
like
know.
seeing The Crow in theaters?
I mean, I did. Saw it with my brother.
What was that like? Was it pretty good?
I was kind of young. I was like 8, I think.
There's a lot of horrible things in that movie for a child.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like an actual murder.
The
I mean,
first movie I've ever seen in theaters was the Kevin Costner Robin Hood movie. The opening part where the guy gets his hand chopped off scarred me for life. Fucked me up. It's if you watch it now, it's nothing. It's like in what's that Jackie Chan movie? Rumble in the Bronx. I watched that when I was super young,
Is
and it
that the one
fucking
where the guy goes in the fucking wood chipper?
yes,
Oh
that
yeah,
part right
that
there.
messed me up too. Yeah, I remember
It fucked
that.
me up. I saw it was on TV. It was like on UPN or some shit. I watched that when I was really young, and it fucked me up. And I watched it later, and I laughed like this is the silliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. This
I
movie's
remember as a
great.
child that scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, because they run
Also,
in with like the bag. It's like they killed Stevie or what the fuck his name was. Like a trash bag with his chips. That movie's great. If you haven't seen Rumble in the Bronx, you should go see it.
yeah, you should watch that instead of this podcast.
Just not be 5 years old when you see it.
Yeah, maybe don't show children. Maybe wait till they're 6 or 7.
My uncle was a fucking douche. All he'd ever do is show me like horrible movies.
I mean, that's not the worst thing an uncle can do, Tom.
Yeah, I suppose.
He
I
could be
suppose,
he
but
could be Daddy Tops.
no, it'd be Uncle Tops.
Don't call him Unky Tops. That's somehow
Uncle
worse.
Tops.
Oh God.
uh, we're gonna get canceled.
So this next thing I have is not linked correctly.
Digimon Next Order releases on Switch and PC next year. Already a PS4 trailer out.
Yeah.
They released a Digimon World game not too long ago, so I
Yeah.
guess they're still pumping these things out.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game, Digimon World Next Order. I think it came out in 2016, but they're porting it to Switch and PC, and they came out with a trailer for it. I don't know, it looks fun. They had a visual novel Digimon game that came out recently.
Survive. Yeah, I played that.
How was it?
It was actually pretty fun. I liked it. I talked about it when it came out on this very show.
Really? But you weren't in this room.
I was not in this specific room with these specific titties. No, I did not. I did
No,
not have
you
that
had a
pleasure.
different set of titties.
In a different room.
Back then, you were known as Daddy Tops.
So is this going to be one of the simulator games, or is it going to be one of the RPGs? Because typically they use the world moniker for games that are like the little, like the Chow Garden kind of thing, where you raise the monsters.
I think it's a raise your
But-
monster type of thing. I mean, it's out. It came out already. It's on PS4. It looks. I guess they're remastering it. It's on Steam right now if you want to like pre-order it. I don't think it's out till next year, but you can wish list it. I guess. Yeah, you wish list it right now. I'll probably try it. I liked the original Digimon World when I was a child.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm into that though. I like Survive and I like the Slabber Sleuth games, but I don't know if I'm in for a Monster Razor.
Do they make Monster Rancher anymore? I want to play that.
Oh my god, they just released one called Kaiju Monster Rancher where you raise kaijus. Like you're a normal little
That
dude and you have
sounds
giant ass
awesome.
monsters. Yeah, it just came out on the Switch. I don't know where the fuck it came from. They also released 1 and 2 on Steam, and I have no idea how those work.
I love Monster
Who has an
Rancher.
optical drive anymore? Yeah, but how are you supposed to generate a monster?
Oh, that's right. You had to like get discs for that shit.
You put
Yeah,
in like actual
the
CDs and
CD.
stuff, and it generate game people off that.
I only remember.
Maybe there's some with a QR code now.
I don't know. I mean, the re-releases of 1 and 2 though. It's not like they're remakes or anything. So I'm curious how that works.
Do you remember the anime?
Yeah, unlock your disc.
Was that the catchphrase for it?
That was the interlude between the the first commercial break that have a little rap, like unlock your disc.
Was that like 4Kids?
Yeah, that was a 4Kids production for sure. Or was it on UPN? It was on one of those. Was 4Kids? They mostly did Fox work, right?
Yeah, 4Kids was a Fox thing.
Oh, I don't know because Pokemon was also on UPN originally. Then it went to WB, I'm pretty sure, because it was on after Jackie Chan Adventures.
What a childhood you lived.
Oh, Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah,
That-
Jackie
Really
Chan Adventures,
should.
Pokemon, and then uh Static Shock or some shit, or Batman Beyond.
Batman
Something
Beyond,
like
and I think, and Static Shock.
yeah, yeah.
He'll bring a shock to your system, Tom.
Static Shock was cool, man. He had electricity powers.
Thank you. He did have electricity powers. Um, yeah, that's our childhood. Anyone watching
Oh.
who's like friggin' 20 won't know what the hell we're talking about.
I don't know, that era I was like in my tens, like 12, 13, when that shit was going on.
Yeah, that's kind of the prime of your life, wasn't it?
No, the
Yeah,
year
well, it's all
2003
downhill
was
from there.
pretty good.
What was that?
2003 was a great year.
What the hell happened then?
There's a lot of good stuff. Really good version of the Civic came out in 03. Got a lot of good game releases. I had a job and I was in high school. It was pretty good. Good year.
Oh, I was 14,
Yeah. How old was I?
15, 16.
16, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I guess you could
Yeah.
drive a car then.
I didn't drive a car until I was 20. 19, 20.
You
See, I
would
live in the city. But one day, because we have this thing called winter in this region, where I went to the bus stop and the bus came early. And I was like, fuck this shit. I am not waiting in the freezing cold for an hour. And I just went straight to the DMV and got my license that day. I got
What's
my permit test.
what city do you live in where a bus comes in every hour?
Well, I lived in West Quincy, which is not the main part of Quincy.
Ooh,
So if you want to
rough
get
part
to
of Quincy.
downtown, no, it's the old people part of Quincy. There's nothing there except fucking like family houses. So the only way out of there, like our boy Crevel's here, grew up in fucking Quincy Point. He had a little more of a rough and tumble life than I did.
fucking
Getting stabbed in a Taco
Adam
Bell.
Shore, and yeah, it was
I lived
fun.
in nowhere Quincy. It's on the border of Braintree, which is where the mall is. Not much going on down
Yeah,
there.
mall's cool though. You
And
can
back
do
then it
mall
was.
stuff. I've been spending a lot of time in malls recently because I've been playing Magic, and my local game store is in a mall. And let me tell you what, I still fucking hate the mall during the holiday season. It
I mean,
sucks.
I worked at GameStop, and outside the GameStop was the fucking Salvation Army person with the bell. So you do a fucking 8-hour shift.
Oh,
Between the person outside ringing that fucking bell and the fucking GameStop TV playing the same 3 music videos over and over again, it's enough to make you go insane, I swear.
and it did.
Yeah, I've never
and
been the
here we
same since.
are.
Probably explains my fucking PS2 collection.
And
Guys,
welcome to
about
Tiny
Final Fantasy
Dynamite.
12. Oh,
Did-
Final
man.
Fantasy 12.
Did you end up like yelling "Garbage Day" and
Garbage Day.
Garbage Day? Just going on your murder spree.
I can see where that guy came from, though.
So that's everything we had to talk about. Now let's talk about,
Where's my dog?
who cares about where the fuck your dog is? I'm in a
I mean,
VR
I do.
headset. Let's do this. Are we deliberating about something? Are we gonna talk about the games you've been playing? Let's keep this moving.
Talk
I'm
about the mall.
I'm actively playing Timberborn.
Are you playing it right now?
I can't stop. I'm addicted. I'm
Is
sorry.
that the Beaver game?
Yeah.
I'd rather you play the Beaver game than Magic cards, so I'll take it.
Well, I played Magic this afternoon, so
That's fine, but you have one home back to the Beaver game. That's fine. It's
yeah,
acceptable.
yeah. So yeah, I'm actively playing Timberborn. There was a patch recently that made some changes, so I figured I'd start a new game and see what they were. And
Weirdly enough,
fun.
it stopped. Got rid of all the beavers, making it very confusing.
He's the king of the
No,
beavers.
there's still beavers. It'd be cool if I could make them capybaras though.
No,
King of the
capybaras don't
beavers.
build anything. It only makes sense if they're beavers.
I know, you're right. Beavers are industrious little bastards, aren't they?
You need to have ants, or you need to have you need things that build.
Oh, remember Sim Ant?
Yes, I did like
Yeah.
that game.
Ooh, we should play that on the podcast.
No.
You mean the stream?
Yeah, the stream, whatever, the show.
Anything else?
What else have I been playing this week? Divine Knockout. fucking Donkey Kong Orange. I've been playing that game without you guys. We should play some right now when we're done with this. Play a quick round before bed.
You can.
I hear some rattling going on in the living room. I'll be right back.
Keep going with what you've been playing.
Potion Craft. I
Yeah,
think I mentioned this last week. They had their official 1.0 release, so I've been
I thought
playing
they had
that
an update
again.
or something with that.
Yeah. It's finally the full release, and they've done like a little bit of quality of life patch stuff. But yeah, it's the 1.0 version. It's fun. You make potions, and you sell those potions.
I bet you
That's
do.
Yeah, that's the game. It's not complicated, but it's fun and it's adorable. It's got a really nice little art style. I like the potion crafting. It's an interesting thing. You have a map, and you start with the potion in the middle, and you add different ingredients, and the different ingredients they add a path along the map, and then when you stir the potion, you move along the path. But if you dilute it with water or whatever your main substance is, it pulls you back to the middle. So like brew a potion, you have to like go around the map to these different nodes and then like heat the potion at the nodes. So like simple potions would just be like a healing potion, but maybe later you need like a fire and explosion potion for whatever reason. So you would need to like travel to fire and heat the potion and then travel to explosion and heat the potion to imbue it with both of these
Is this just slam
attributes.
poetry?
No, this is
Uh,
potion craft.
yeah.
It's a potion crafting game.
And then you can like save your recipes so you can quick craft potions later, and you haggle with the people you're selling the potions to. It's fun. It's simple.
Ow.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's it. That's all I've been playing.
That game does look pretty fun. I think it's on Game Pass. I should give it a shot. Let me just verify that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's cute.
Fucking that RPG I got came out in Game Pass. I gotta check Game Pass before I stop buying games.
Whatever, you need to own all the games, Tom.
I
You
know.
Yeah.
build a tomb of Xboxes when you die.
You know anybody else with an Xbox Tomb? I don't think you do.
No. No, I don't, Tom. You're right.
Exactly. I'll always be the guy who has a tomb made of Xboxes.
Osmandius over here. Memorial in sand.
What have you been playing, Tom?
What have I been playing? I actually bought a bunch of games. There's a sale that was going on. I grabbed a bunch of stuff. I didn't play much. I was gonna play stuff over the weekend, but I ended up getting a dog. This may be shocking to hear from me, but my dog was more important than playing video games.
Oh my
Gasp.
god.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a stream of High on Life. It was a very annoying stream. It would not work correctly with OBS, so I had to use NVIDIA's streaming service, which had no microphone filtering, so it sounded like absolute shit. But the gameplay was fun. It's a fun game.
I heard they
I want to
patched
say
that game recently to make it less annoying. They gave a
it
shot.
got yeah. Well, you can always make the gun talk less. I don't know if they added even like more stricter modes than that, but there was I think already 2 levels before that. But it had 2 patches for compatibility with PC, so I'm hoping now it works with OBS in case I stream it again. Yeah, whatever it was, that game fucking tanked in my system. I don't know. I mean, the game played fine, but the stream was awful. It was like frames.
Yeah, I
That game
recall
is.
there was plenty of technical difficulties regarding that.
I don't know how to define it. It feels kind of like Borderlands, but it's not a looter shooter. It's just a progressive first-person shooter and with a lot of comedy by Justin Roiland, of course. So you hear a lot of Rick and Morty in there, all that stuff. It has Michael Cusack from Bushland Adventures, and it has
Zach
Red Letter
Hadel's in there
Media
too.
in there
Did you
as
get to the
well.
Red Letter Media parts?
No, not yet. I've been intently listening for them, but I have not heard. I think Mike and Rich Evans are both voices in that game. But I'll be looking for them. I think there's also it plays movies on the TV. Like it has Tammy and the Tyrannosaurus on there.
Tammy and the
And
T-Rex?
yeah, and I don't know if it's that movie, but one of the movies has a Red Letter Media commentary over the movie. I haven't seen that yet either. I was trying to actively not watch that because it will give you a strike on Twitch if you do so.
Why?
Wow.
Because it's a copyrighted movie.
Really?
Yeah, it turns out the cinema world's a lot different from the game streaming world.
Yeah, but
They
what
don't
kind
like
of
when you do
shitty
that.
movie is it? Who owns that copyright?
Who knows? They gave a warning out though. They said that there's movies that are copywritten and there's also
Titties.
titties in it, so it's not the best streaming game.
I mean,
Uh,
it's the best
Potion
streaming
Craft
game.
is on Game Pass. Yeah. What is Legends of Runeterra? Isn't that a show based off League of Legends? Is there a game too?
I think yes. I think there is also a game.
Seems to be a card game, so you can count me out of
Yes,
that.
that sounds accurate.
Yeah. What else? Oh, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga came out on Game Pass. That's pretty cool. That's a fun game.
What else have you been playing? Stop looking at Game Pass.
You don't look at Game Pass enough.
Tom, what else have you been playing
I'm
though?
pulling up my Steam, you motherfucker. Give me a second here. We've been playing DKO. That's been fun. I think I talked about Brotato before, have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Brotato is another one of those ass games. I don't keep calling them ass games.
Why?
Auto stick shooters because it's
Oh.
funny. I like saying ass games.
It's very
good.
amusing. It will catch on at some point.
Yeah, keep doing it. I mean, Metroidvania is worse. People say that. I played this game called Bloody Spell. It is one of those very, very, very Chinese games.
Oh, that comes up on my Steam recommendations all the time.
Just because I was playing it.
No, it's just like for a while I saw it and I'm like, why does this say nudity? What is in this game?
Oh yeah, you can get some costumes that are very scantily dressed. It's a very fun action game. It's pretty standard. Go forward through the stage. You have a lot of sword combos. It looks very nice. A lot of these Chinese games have like crazy graphics. I haven't played that much of it, but what I played, it was pretty fun. I played another game. I think I talked about that last week. It was that fucking Samurai Girl game. Can't remember exactly what it was called, but it came out on Switch and PC, I think, and probably PlayStation. But that game was super bland, and it had really high reviews. It had a lot of fucking, you know, those games you play and it has the fucking portraits come up and they just have long dialogues about anime nonsense. It's
Yeah.
one of
Yeah.
those, and it has very, very, very short linear levels, and the combat sucks. But people are giving that game good reviews, whereas nobody's talking about that Chinese game, which was way better in combat. So I don't understand. I'm here to shake the game review industry
Not about
because,
the combat, Tom. It's about the waifus, apparently.
yeah, just pull up a porn site or something. You don't need to play a fucking video game.
Way ahead of you. Keep going, Tom.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling up another app to have my gameplay on there. So let's keep indulging me on this conversation about Samurai Lady.
Which Samurai Lady game?
It's called Samurai something. I don't know if it's called Samurai Girl, Samurai Student, something like that. Give me a second, I'll tell you.
Stupid ass name.
It's super generic. It's a bad game. I don't understand why the fucking
Do you
why those are
remember?
popular.
Do you remember when you played Samurai Warriors or Roretta? It was what you played as like bikini samurai warriors.
Uh, Ochibara.
Yeah, that might be it. I remember you played it in front of Taylor and he just kept calling you a weeb over and over again.
How funny. Me a weeb, coming from him.
That is very
Samurai
funny.
Maiden is the name. Samurai Maiden. It is not very good. Yes. You see, I added a bunch of arcade sets to my database, so I had to scroll through like 1,000 arcade games to see my other games. Let's see what else I've been playing here. I didn't play a lot of these. It's annoying that they're up here. Chained Echoes is the game I was talking about before. It's a 32-bit style JRPG, but it's not made in Japan. It's very good. People have given that been really high reviews. I want to play more of it. It's very good. River City Girls 2 came out officially in the West. It's on Steam now. Yeah, because I had the one that was a import, but now it's actually out in the West. So I bought that on Steam. If you guys want to buy it, we can play co-op. It's up to 4 players. That'd be a fun thing to play on stream. It's a little expensive. It's like $40. I don't know why it's so much. You can get a physical copy for the PlayStation or the Switch with the other game for $30. I don't know why the single game is $40. It's a little ridiculous.
It's a little ridiculous.
It's a little ridiculous. I don't know if you guys have ever played those Atari remake games that have come out in the past few years. They're called Recharged. So it'd be Asteroids Recharged. There's Yar's Revenge, Missile Command. They're like modern interpretations of the old arcade games. So they're still the arcade games. They're not like 3D shooters or anything like that, like they did back in the PS1 era. They're the original arcade games, just made more modern, and they're actually really good. I've been playing Missile Command, which apparently I like now. I didn't like Missile Command before, but now I'm all about it. They're
That's all right.
recommended. They're on the Epic Store. I think they gave away a few of them for free over the month. So if you been getting those free Epic games, you probably have a few of them.
Hmm.
Highly recommended if you like old arcade games. What else? I bought Valkyrie Elysium. That's on sale right now. Square's having a big sale. I did not play it yet, but that's that game based off Valkyrie Profile. It is a third-person action game, and nobody's talked about it at all. So I'm very curious what that's like. Probably not good, but if you typically hear about bad games, so it's probably just very middling. That's what I got. I also got 20 minutes till dawn on my phone. I've been well, not my phone, but my Android device. It's very fun. I like that game a lot.
Neato.
Yeah, neither.
Dorito.
Applause.
Yeah,
Everyone cheer for Tom.
I'll play more games probably this week. I think that's how the show works. We play games and we talk about them every week.
We play games? Shit.
We
I
played a lot of
think,
fucking Donkey Kong Origins. We had a good time.
Yeah, I played that for let me. I played that for a little bit. It was fun.
Yeah.
Then I got bad
Donkey.
news, so I
What's that?
stopped playing that.
Oh, right. That's a valid
We
reason.
started last Sunday. Then bad
Yeah,
news.
I remember that.
I also started Elden Ring, which I have
Oh, right.
continued to play in 20 to 40-minute blocks. It's
Yeah, and
it's a pretty good game.
greatest game ever made. Had to
you
change my
don't mean
pants
that.
every time. No, it's fun, I guess. I don't know. I don't like it that much. The combat's all right. It's fun to find stuff, but it's so obtuse. Everything's so obtuse.
Yeah, there's a line between like free exploration and finding things, and then actually wanting to progress and having no fucking idea what to do.
It's just like I'll find something. I'm like, oh, that's cool, and then I'll wander around a bit more. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Why is everyone sad and talking in riddles? And it's that can.
Everybody is a monster in those games, which is it's so disheartening to play it because you don't go to a village with the people and they're like, "Hey, how you doing? Come to my inn. My daughter's missing. Help me find her." Everything is shit. Like
Well,
everybody's a zombie.
that's fine if everything's shit, Tom. But what isn't fine for me, because I'm thinking about it, like the first Soul Reaver game, everything's shit. The world's decayed. You came back to life. You got to figure out. You got to get revenge. You know what you have to do? You have to go kill Cain. That there you go. There's your motivation. It's there. Everything's already shitty. The world's decaying, but you have to go kill Cain. In fucking Elden Ring, it's like, oh, I guess I'm maidenless. Thanks. Thanks for insulting me. I have to go touch Grace. It kind of sounds like a slight against gamers.
So, yo, Carvels, this guy's maidenless and he has to touch grass.
Yeah, it sounds like you got no maidens.
Wow.
I got plenty of maidens now, or at least one, because she was desperate. Gave me a
No,
horse.
no, she offered you an accord.
Stop
I prefer
talking in fucking riddles.
I
Tell
prefer
me what the
six.
fuck is going on. It's it feels like a Jane Austen novel sometimes, where people are like dancing around the issue. Just explain what is going on. You want me to go kill this guy? Sure, just tell me to kill this guy. You don't even have to give me a map. Just point the direction. I'm there. But like, you gotta stop saying like, oh, the roots of the earth have been betwixt. But shut up, shut up. Tell me what's gonna happen. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna get bored, and I'm gonna like just find random zombies to punch. And to be honest, I'm just gonna use the magic, which is fun and great to just shoot people.
You know what you should do? You should just explore the map and use cool weapons and techniques to kill things and just explore.
I just make Tom come in and kill the monsters for me, like an older brother. Tom,
It's worked so far.
kill this monster for me.
I guess that works too.
I don't
It's
know.
fair.
I like the idea. I like. Also, co-op is so unbelievably convoluted to get working. It's
Oh,
Would you? What would it make you feel like if I told you that that's the best the co-op has ever been in those games?
I would feel like From Software gets too much praise for everything when they do good games, but make co-op better. Allow someone to just drop into my game. We'll play for a bit. I don't need to get furled fingers of double fisting or whatever.
Or
rot,
do you?
rotten fist of sigils and then throw stuff around. It's bizarre. It's just let someone drop in. We could play some together, have fun. If you want people to invade my game, that's fine too. I guess I'll fight them with Tom's help.
The
Come
invading
on, bro.
mechanic is some people have mixed feelings about it. I think it's fine in the end.
Do you?
I don't
The biggest Souls fan here is a fan of the way Souls works.
Yeah.
Funny. Seems a little biased.
I mean, like,
I just
I
want.
actually don't like getting invaded, but I think the mechanic works out okay.
What if Daddy Tops invades you?
Welcome.
I don't know what to say about that.
You say
It's not an
thank
invasion
you.
if you invite him in.
You say thank you and please finish there. Um, I like Armored Core. I want to play that again.
Which one?
Any of them. From Software's best games are Armored Core. I want to be a giant
Yeah.
robot.
4 just had a patch. Well, the emulator has been updated to fix a graphical issue that's been plaguing 4 and maybe 5. So if you wanted to play 4 or 4 Answer, you can do that now. As also, I think I called the sequel to 5 Victory. It's Verdict Today. Last week, I want to correct that. I
That's
said the
good.
wrong
You gotta
title.
correct it for all those Armored Core fans that exist somewhere.
You know, the ones who do exist are the shittiest people alive. You know this.
Yeah, I know. You're
So
one. You're one of them.
I'm not going to disagree with you. I do like my Armored Core games. I liked Chrome Hounds. I liked the one you play as the president on the Xbox. Metal Wolf Chaos. That was a good game. What was that other one they had on the Xbox? I'm blanking on the name of it. There was another mecha From Software game. You know?
I just want to be.
don't
I
know.
want to pilot a Raven. Are they called Ravens? Are you a
Maybe.
Raven? Someone's a Raven in that.
I think the groups are Ravens because the last Raven was one of the games. That was the
Yeah,
I think
that's
the
the
PSP one.
It's the mercenary group you is like Raven Core, and like
Yeah,
you
I'm pretty
belong
sure
to
that's right.
them, and then you just work for different things together as a mercenary company. They can
Was
hire
Last
out.
Raven on the PS2 or was that a PSP game?
You've played more Armored Core games than me. Don't look at me and ask this. Use your friggin' Rayman powers.
I gotta do everything around here.
You're right.
Armored Core. The PSP game was called. I can't read that. That's
Okay. Was it is it
microscopic.
is it a slur?
It's Formula Front Extreme Battle. What's the name of that game? Nine Breaker was a PS2 game. Nexus was a PS2 game. Last Raven PS2. Okay, it was a PS2 game.
That's good. I'm
We,
looking forward
we
to
got
I'm looking forward to the new Armored Core. I'll play that.
yeah,
Put it on PC.
yeah. They
It
have
will be
to
on
at this
PC.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was reading that Final Fantasy 16 is a PC/PS5 release at the same time.
Yeah.
Because before I was reading it was a console, it was an exclusive for 6 months, and I thought that was for both, but I guess it's just the console exclusive, which means it's relevant to me because I don't give a fuck about console games. So if I can play that on release day, I'm going to be very happy.
Are you mature enough to play that game, Tom?
I think so. I think I can confuse the guy at the Walmart to sell it to me anyway.
That and a pack of smokes and some porno mags.
Need a 12-pack condoms. Gonna need some of this malt whiskey.
Malt
Some of that
whiskey?
malt whiskey. That's when you
Okay.
malt up the whiskey.
I don't even know. Does Walmart sell alcohol?
Not in this state.
Yeah, that's fair. No, five sell it in the state. Massachusetts has a law where you have 5 store locations get a liquor license.
Interesting.
And
I bought those alcoholic Mountain Dews in Iowa from a Walmart, so I know they do at least some states sell alcohol.
you just admitted to like the most depressing thing you could have here.
They were fucking gross.
No
I
shit,
was
you bought alcoholic fucking Mountain Dew.
I thought it'd be like a Mike's Hard or a fucking Four Loko or something. They're just gross. They did not taste good. I just want a sickeningly sweet alcoholic drink, and it was not even that. It's just bad. Very disappointed in those.
C'est la vie.
So yeah, I've played 2 games recently. I guess I play Slay the Spire all the time, but that's different.
Yeah.
Oh, did I play that Midnight Run Express game this week?
That was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
I
Did we
played
talk about that at all?
we played a little. I played a little more last night. That game's fun. I don't know if I
You're
talked
using
about it. It's just
Were you using the link on your TV? Or were you back in your computer room?
I just went back to my computer room. Link on the
Okay.
TV would be for stuff like VR, like Beat Saber, or I guess I might set up Soul Calibur out there, maybe some FIFA.
Yeah. FIFA.
I have
You watch
Europe.
one World Cup game, all of a sudden you're the biggest soccer fan.
Boy, Gov, I love the footy. No, I have European friends. They want to.
Wake up! I love
They
Don't invite them in. Say we play Madden in this house, asshole.
I mentioned that and they said no, and I was like, "Do you want to play NBA 2K? Can we play an American sport?" The thing is, I played FIFA once, and they kept saying I was offsides. I don't know what the fuck that means. I was watching the World Cup and they were calling offsides. I'm like, what does that mean? What does offsides mean?
I still don't know, and I used to play soccer.
Yeah, I played the career mode for FIFA 19 or 20. You could like make your own player and like, join a team, get drafted. And I kept getting pulled out of games for getting cards for being offsides. And I'm like, does that mean I'm on the wrong side? Am I too far forward or back? What is going on?
What's the controller input to make yourself fall to the ground and cry?
Why?
Because that's what people do in soccer games. They just fake
Oh
injuries.
yeah, flopping.
How do you flop? What's that combination?
The worst is they pulled me out of the game. Like you play as only one character in one of the modes, and they just pulled me out of the game, and I'd have to watch.
Was it you digitally on the stands watching the gameplay?
And then they put me in the fucking in the bench, and I just have to watch the game. And it's like I don't know what's going on. Can I go back in?
Is it real time too? All 14 hours of a fucking soccer game, you're just on the sidelines.
I just get yelled at by the coach.
Got past the front center. Front center, I said.
Well, to be fair, my character is playing on the New England Revolution. I wasn't on a fucking European
They're in
club.
Seattle. That was a thing people went to, and I was like, why is everybody going to the fucking baseball stadium? The baseball's over. We're going to see the Revolution. Like, no, you're not. Fucking nobody likes soccer. Shut the fuck up. Fucking Seattle, you fucking fakes.
It's getting more and more popular. I don't know what Seattle's team is called.
It's a Revolution, isn't it?
No, the New England
No, the
Revolution.
Sounders. The Sounders. It's the Sounders.
That sounds like a sex thing.
And maybe
That
it is. I don't know.
definitely is.
That's
It's definitely a sex thing.
Yeah. Like I used to, over the Sanchi office on Alaska Street, we'd be working, and there'd be just a parade of people going by. Like, what the fuck are these people doing? It's like the dead of fucking winter. And they're like, oh, we're going to go see the fucking Sounders. Like, fuck you people. I mean, the Mariners are bad. The Seahawks are bad. I feel bad enough for you. You don't need to fake yourselves to like fucking soccer. Cut the bullshit.
The best U.S. sports club is the
clubs
New
in
York's the Red Bulls.
Do they get free Red Bull?
I hope. Just see heart attacks. They flop and they just have heart attacks on the field.
Fucking Seattle.
All right. Do we want to deliberate about anything? You got any fucking questions?
What's the deal with soccer?
I'm pretty deliberated out this week, boys.
I can take a glance at the Discord and see if anybody put any questions in for us to read.
Oh, hurry up.
I'm there. I'm there.
Carvels, what's the best Magic build right now for you? Tom,
For me?
Yeah.
Probably my zombie deck.
Yeah,
You
really?
better have 4 lava axes in that deck, otherwise you're a
No,
fucking
it's a
scab.
commander deck. It's a commander deck, and it's Dimir, so it's black and blue. There's no lava axe, Tom. And in commander, it's a singleton format. So you can only have one copy of any card.
I only put Black Lotus and lava axes in my deck. That's it.
No
Tom-
black lotus.
Tom, you're not in camera right now. Look up the question. Keep going about your deck, buddy.
Yeah, fucking, I don't know, it's zombies. I was gifted a Phyrexian altar at our...
A Phyrexian altar? Really?
Yeah, it's like a $30 card. I got it at our Xmas. We did a little gift swap, and it was a good gift. I put in my zombie deck. It sets off an infinite combo. We like that. You know. Infinite combos. It's a good way to win the game. You know, you get the grave crawler on the board. You get another zombie. You fucking sack the zombie forever, and who knows what you can do with an infinitely sacrificed zombie.
Right?
I mean, yeah. No, that's it. I got nothing else. I know
The
you're trying to
problem-
buy time, but
The problem with these questions, they're so open-ended. I want specific questions.
Okay,
Like,
just give us a goddamn question.
Just fucking do it.
I'm sorry. Am I getting fucking sassed by the fucking capybara? And the
Yes.
fucking neat?
I'm just gonna fucking slap your titties. Hurry up.
All right, I'll read this one from Athena. What are all your favorite pet peeves in media? Not favorite. What are y'all pet peeves in media? That was my Italian accent, by the way.
What is all your favorite pet peeves in media?
Sounds just
Cops
like it.
being good. Anytime a cop is portrayed positively in media, I'm like, that's just not real. That's it. That's the
Anytime
number one.
anytime there's like a piece of media where like someone says something moderately complicated and then the hero or another character goes, "Whoa, whoa, slow down there, Einstein, plain English."
Oh, I hate that.
And it's like the thing they said was very, very easy to follow.
Calm down, Poindexter.
Yeah, exactly, that kind of shit.
You gotta fingle hop the dingle whopper.
Let's see.
Wait, what about you, Tom? You gotta get. Yeah.
Media is so open-ended. Like, well, movie trope?
Yeah, just pick a
Game
trope.
Yeah. What's your least favorite trope?
I don't like all these fantasy games being fucking VR simulations and MMOs and stuff.
Oh,
Like you can't have Slayers anymore. It has to be some fucking teenager on his VR game, and then it's Slayers. You know?
I think I'd be fine with that if it was more realistic and every so often he'd had to cut out to take a dump. That would really help my immersion.
Yeah.
That would really kill the drama.
Yeah, Sword Art Online, are they just like
Shitting
fucking
themselves. Yeah.
shitting themselves in real life? Like,
It must be. They don't have any like control of their bodies.
honestly, like if you think about it, Sword Art Online, they're dying in real life before they're dying in the game.
Yeah, could you imagine if you bought the game and you didn't have like friends or anyone to check up on you? Like they went to the hospital in that because they were stuck in the virtual world for the first season. If you didn't have anyone to check, you just like log out of the game, you'd be dead. Like your character would just disappear because they're dead. No one checked on them. You could survive like a day or two without water.
I remember in the original Dot Hack anime, there's this big segment where the guy went on this like fucking rant. I was like, I feel really bad when you're in a village and you save your game and leave, and you're thinking to yourself while you're out that there's people in that world who need your help, and you're not there to help them. I thought that was a funny scene. It's a video game.
The best isekai MMO trap those Log Horizon. I like that first season of that anime because
Log Horizon?
yeah, it was fun. Because the main
What is
character
that?
plays it's an anime. It's like
I'll take your word for it.
trapped in an MMO anime, and the main character played a support class, so he wasn't like a warrior or a damage dealer. So his whole thing was like he planned out what was going on. Everyone was trapped there, but if you died in the game, you didn't die in real life. You just got rezzed. So everyone kind of took, dying for fun, but then people started realizing, hey, I'm losing memories of my childhood every time I die. And so that added like a level of maybe we shouldn't just keep running and dying all the time. And then the NPCs in the game started getting suspicious because the players never logged out. And they were like, what's going on? Why aren't they going away? They're still here all the time. I don't trust them. And they were just starting to wage war against all the players.
I don't like self-aware AI MMO characters.
That's what got it got interesting because all the NPCs started getting like self-aware of what was going on. Like the players don't leave anymore. We need time to ourselves.
I didn't have to ask the guy to fetch my bread recently.
I think another trope I really don't like after watching 2 Deathstalkers recently is when a bad guy has to prove how bad he is with horrible sexual assault.
Not a fan of that.
Let me explain to you the 80s. You watch any movie from the 80s, that's what you get.
And then also when the good guy has to prove how bad he is by committing sexual assault in the case with Deathstalker.
That's just Deathstalker, I think.
Yeah, not a very good hero.
No.
Yeah, not really a fan of that kind of behavior.
I can't believe you watched Deathstalker without me.
I'll rewatch it. Deathstalker 2 is better. It's a much more fun movie.
It's campy.
Yeah, that's what makes it more fun.
Yeah. Good times. Is that it? We're good?
Do you have any other question you want to throw out? There's another quick one.
We have what are y'all's favorite movies and why? And that's from Sona.
All right, let's just do one.
Movies.
You don't have to pick your very favorite. Just pick a movie you like.
Gee, I don't know. Come back to me. Let me think about it.
Tom, you go first.
I mean, I can say the douchebag thing and what my favorite movie is. I know you don't agree with me. Or I can do something more fun like Drive.
Is Drive not the douchebag answer to that question?
No, it's Blade Runner. Blade Runner is probably my favorite movie. That or Alien.
That's fine. Those are all classic picks. I just don't like the original Blade Runner.
Yeah, you're one of those people who
I
find
think
it
it looks.
boring.
It is. I think it looks great, and I like a lot of stuff. But Harrison Ford's performance bores the shit out of me.
I think 2049 might be the better movie.
It is to me.
2049 is really good.
Harrison Ford's even better in it. He has a character like with emotion. It's fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like The Thing. The Thing is
That's a great
movie.
answer. The Thing's fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick a much more douchey answer to both of you and say Ravenous.
I don't know what that is.
It's a
Haven't
movie
seen it.
that was scored by Damon Albarn from The Gorillaz and Blur.
Never heard of it.
Shut up,
And
Tom.
it has
Never heard of Gorillaz.
Jeffrey Jones, famed pedophile, and principal
Yeah.
from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
It has a bunch of like character actors in it. It's just about the Pacific Northwest and the myth of the Wendigo and the idea of eating human flesh making you stronger. And it's kind of like a dark comedy mixed in with like an idea of like if you give into this base emotion you become stronger but at the cost of your humanity. Robert Carlyle's in it too, and he plays the villain trying to like convince the main character to like just give in and eat people. It makes you better.
Oh,
Have you
that sounds
seen
fun.
Bone Tomahawk?
No, because
I've heard that's a really good movie.
that movie seems much more violent and less fun.
It's pretty fun, but it's very violent.
I want to throw an honorable mention out here to Head Count.
I
I
haven't
think
heard that one
I
either.
think yeah, you guys should go watch Head Count. That was fun.
Another favorite that I have that I throw on, the one I can throw on more easily, is Hard Boiled. That's a great
Ooh,
Chinese action movie.
another favorite of mine is Dungeon Siege in the Name of the King.
Oh, the movie's so good. It is so fucking good. It is like so bad, but it's one of those movies that's enjoyably bad.
It is
You
the
watch it,
best.
like
It is the best Uwe Boll movie.
it has Ray Liotta hamming it up.
He's the
so
perfect
fucking hard.
evil sorcerer.
It's just like Jeremy Irons from the Dungeons and Dragons movie. It's like the same character. It's just this wizard who is fucking way over the top and is great.
I would say the Dungeons and Dragons movie isn't nearly as enjoyable because there are people in that trying, whereas Dungeon Siege is just all around a failure. Everyone and Jason Statham is too serious. Ron Perlman's in it as a friend. Gimli's
They call
in
him
it.
Farmer the entire movie.
And it turns fucking Burt Reynolds is the king.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard is great as the evil Duke. He's so hammy. I love it.
Evil douche.
Yeah, he's putting on a bad English accent. It's like if I did it. It's so
Yeah.
good. It's so much fun.
Is it better or worse than Keanu Reeves from Dracula?
I mean, that movie's great. He's just a bad part of it, so that makes it bad.
No, I'm talking about the accent itself. Who did a better bad British accent?
I'd say Ray Liotta. I mean, it works for Ray Liotta because the tone is different than a very serious artsy movie with maybe two really bad actors and then two of the greatest actors of all time acting opposite of each other. You fucking Gary Oldman and Anthony Hopkins in that movie, and it just makes everyone else look like children.
They were literally children. He was like 20, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean him. You have Carrie
Winona
Elwes
Ryder.
is in it, right? Yeah, Winona Ryder's in it. She's not great, but she's compared to that fucking accent Keanu's doing. God.
I like the boob hair personally.
I think
Boob
the
hair's great.
guy from the Rocketeer's in it too. I don't.
Maybe he kind of went. He disappeared after Rocketeer.
Yeah,
Showed up in a few character bits and just gone. What happened to that dude?
and I love the Rocketeer. That's another favorite of mine.
Anything that kills Nazis is A-okay in my book.
I may be a criminal, but I'm an American. That's such a good line. What a fun movie.
Yeah. Blade Runner, great atmosphere. Great acting despite Cory's hatred of one of the best actors of our time.
Harrison Ford's not one of the best actors of our time.
Set entire tone for a generation. Let's see here. pretty accurate portrayal of the future. Not, I mean, there's no flying cars and shit, and there's no Mars mining, but it was fucking all the
There's
neon and
also no
shit.
replicants.
Eh.
No replicants that you know
Exactly.
about.
Yeah, that's debatable.
The only really good performance in that movie for me is Rutger Hauer. He's amazing. It's like,
Yeah.
and seeing him in other stuff, where did that come from?
What was the one where he was a blind guy with a sword?
Is it
What
called
movie
Blind
was that?
Fury?
I think it's called Blind Fury. That was a great movie.
Yeah, that movie's pretty good, but that's campy fun compared to like he's giving an amazing performance in that. The ending scene with him is great, and then you just have Harrison Ford that looks like he wants to be anywhere else. He's so bored all the time in all his roles.
He's too good for acting.
He didn't kill his wife, Tom.
He didn't?
He didn't kill
No,
his wife.
and then he jumps off a dam.
Yeah.
I don't care. Let's see. Drive up there for sure because of the just generic feel of it. Not generic, but general feel of it. Great
Oh,
pacing.
I'm gonna say Clue, because with
It was great.
all the
Yeah.
depression I've been through lately, I immediately turn to Clue as my like go-to
Do you
movie that.
rewatch it with a new ending every time?
No, I just watch all three of the endings at once. Why the hell would I watch it? There's three different endings, and they're all in the main release.
Yeah.
They work together really well too, with the little title cards saying this is how it could have, or this, but this is how it really happened.
Mm-hmm. We still haven't seen the that new Daniel Craig movie.
Oh, Glass Onion. I mean, that might have released already, and on
I think
demand.
it might have. I think I might have come out. Yeah.
I might have to get that. I
Yeah.
mean, watch it through Netflix.
I mean, get it means anything really.
I really wanted to watch it in theaters, but we didn't do that.
We didn't do that. It's unfortunate. So yeah, I don't know. Hard Boiled's a great Hong Kong action movie.
I wouldn't say
Mhm.
Knives Out is one of my favorite movies, but I liked it a lot.
Definitely
Yeah.
enjoyable. It was, I saw that movie and I saw Ready or Not like the same. Those are the same year, right?
Yeah, we
And they
saw that
kind of.
together, and I liked Ready or Not probably more because it was much less serious about itself.
Oh god, yeah. The whole thing was just camp.
I
It's
loved
fun.
it. I loved, especially the ending where everyone explodes in blood, all the rich people, when she's just smoking a cigarette covered in blood. It's such
Did
a
Adam
fun.
Brody die? I don't remember.
He does die, but that's because he sacrifices himself for her.
Oh, okay.
He would have
Well, Adam
exploded
Brody.
anyways, though. That's how the rule works. All the family died, including those shitty children that shot her in the hand. What a great ending. What a fun movie throughout. You watch Ready or Not if you want just a fun, somewhat horror movie with a board
Let's
game theme.
let's ignore the spoilers we may have mentioned.
Oh yeah, no one explodes in blood.
No, doesn't
Also,
happen.
the implication in the movie is all rich people have made a deal with the devil.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that does it. I don't know.
I
I
don't.
can go on about movies for a while, but then we just make a movie podcast.
Um, what's the worst movie you've ever seen? Let's just do that real quick.
I really hate Requiem for a Dream. I fucking hated that. No, Donnie Darko's worse. I fucking hated Donnie Darko, and it's worse by people telling me that it was great, and that was more offensive to me. So
I've
I'm gonna
never,
say Donnie
I've
Darko.
never seen Donnie Darko, and I was told I missed my chance.
It's bad.
I've always thought Donnie Darko was overrated, even when it was like the hip new thing. Like when it first came out, I was like, I don't get it. It's fucking like I get it. Like I get what they're trying to do, but I don't get it. Like it's not good.
Also, are you
Yeah.
doing worst movie you've seen or the movie that made you angriest?
I mean, I've seen a
Requ-
lot of trash movies. Like I watch a lot of those Amazon Prime '80s movies. They're all fucking bad movies. They're
Yeah,
so bad.
I like bad movies,
I've
so
seen The
I don't
Room. I've
know.
seen like Birdemic too, but those like I don't count those. Those are just like bad movies. I'm talking about like actual produced movies that you watched.
Because
And like what
like
the
I
this
don't
is
love
terrible.
Requiem for
Sucker
a Dream.
Punch.
I
Sucker Punch is another great recommendation of terrible fucking movies that I've seen.
Because the thing is, like, I don't like Requiem for a Dream, but it's made well, right? Like
Oh, it's
it's.
made well. I don't give a fuck about any of the characters throughout the entire
I
movie.
mean, that's
It I hate that movie, but not because it's like bad or anything. It's just hard to watch.
because like I could tell you a movie that made me angry is fucking Rogue One. I've never been so angry in a theater, just sitting there seething while
People
people were masturbating next to me because Darth Vader came out with a lightsaber. I hate nostalgia like that. It bothers. Ready Player One. Oh my god, fuck, that makes me angry too. But it's
I
still
didn't
well
watch that movie.
made.
That time you ditched me for the Star Wars Skywalker movie. And I had
What?
to go by myself. That time I got tickets for us to see the opening night to see the new Star Wars movie, the last one that came out.
Oh, I didn't want to
And
watch that at all.
and you didn't show up. So the person who took your seat, watching him getting more and more visually angry as he watched that movie.
Of Rise of the
First-
Skywalker.
Yeah, he was like, he has his hand out like the what the fuck face, and it gets like worse as it's going on. I'm just watching him and laughing at this dude getting mad about the movie. That's the best part of that movie. It was the redeeming fact of it. It's just him visually getting more and more angry as the movie progressed.
I mean, I've
Good
also
shit.
I've also watched a lot of trash, but if I'm going with a produced movie, Don't Worry, Darling was fucking bad.
I think Soul liked that movie. Soul said it wasn't bad.
We have
Though
different
they
opinions.
said it might have just been the Stepford Wives again, which it was.
It was
Only with a stupid twist.
Harry Styles was a terrible actor. It was stupid in so many ways. I only watched it because of the interview she gave Olivia Wilde about how women would just nonstop come. It's the only reason I watched it. And I watched it with women, and you know what? I don't think they did it once. I'm gonna say
Hey,
it right
Soul,
now.
did you nonstop come?
I hope she's not still here.
Once you talk shit about alligators, she was out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the worst movie I've seen in recent memory.
Hmm.
I guess it's not a disappointment though. I knew it was gonna be bad. Just didn't think it was gonna be that bad. Oh, I watched that new Hellraiser. That was terrible.
We didn't
I
finish
thought it
it.
was all right.
They changed what Hellraiser's about. It's sadomasochism, not drug addiction or like learning to live with grief. Hellraiser's
I
just
don't
fun, queer, fucking ridiculous BDSM.
I don't mind when they change the movies, but it just has to be, good. Like when you saw the remake of Death at a Funeral, when it was the same exact movie that was already in English, mind you. It wasn't. It was a British movie, and they remade it in America, and they added like black people and added a lot of black jokes to it. But that movie was the same fucking movie. What was the point of the remake? Just watch the original one.
Because no one wants to hear British accents. They're horrible.
I just don't see the point of the remake.
I mean, yeah, remaking something like why make a reboot and remake Death Wish?
That was weird.
Yeah,
Because it
that
wasn't even the same plot.
was also bad.
Yeah, it was very generic.
We watched
I
that
barely remember
together.
it. Yeah, it was very, very generic. I
Eli,
like the beginning of the Bruce Willis generic movie.
We've gone off on a whole tangent about movies for so long now, but I just want to say one movie that does have a great remake is Suspiria.
Suspiria's remake is great.
Suspiria's remake is awesome. But we should wrap this up, boys.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just tune in next week for our debut of our movie podcast.
Yeah.
It's called
Uh,
it's called West of the Blurst.
West of the worst. Yeah.
All right, so I guess that does it.
Yep.
I'll try to play some games this week so I can kind of pad out my list when I talk about them.
So same bat time, same bat place.
Remember your bat repellent.
I don't know if it's the same bat time.
Now we shoot for Saturday at 8, 9 o'clock. East
Different
Coast time.
bat time, same bat place.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
All
It's
right.
been an interesting month for us here at Tiny Dynamite, so we'll try to get shit back on schedule. We'll try to finish. I'm trying to talk about our fucking shit. We got Galarians coming again Friday, most likely. We're gonna try. We gotta pick a game to try the first hour of. We've done 2 of those so far. I think they've been pretty decent. What else are we doing on streaming? I don't fucking know.
We'll tell you
I
what
don't know.
happens. We'll talk to you later. Get out of here, folks.
Yeah,
Later.
go on, get out of here. Go on, get back to work.
You
Go
gotta
do your
sell the
chores.
brand.